Welcome back to Arbor. I've already handed out a. I've already handed out a recap newsletter, but in the context of the game, we see a kind of newspaper organization. Presses are going across. You see the newspapers kind of cycling through this huge printing press. And we see the headlines from the previous session. A giant fruit landing on a building, but being rescued by a group of passers-by, some good Samaritans, so one might say. A clandestine meeting in the Twigs, where 4 people meet for the first time, and finally a darkened smeltery where we find our would-be saboteurs or delivery men. It's hard to say at this moment.
I prefer the term some assholes.
Some assholes. Some assholes are here. But before all of that, before anything happens,
Just not directly.
level set for everyone to understand what is occurring. You have wandered into this refinery attempting to deliver this parcel, the one you have with you. As soon as you entered the refinery, the package began ticking. Very softly at first, and then it was more of your awareness catching up to it rather than the fact that it was getting louder. So it is constantly going, but it is not getting louder or quicker in any way, indiscernible way, just so you kind of give an understanding of everything. As you got into the refinery proper, you found two things. You found the furnace, which was still warm and kind of kicking out an amount of heat and noise, but you also found the boiler, kicking out an enormous amount of noise and behaving rather strangely. Something was wrong with it. In addition to that, though, you also found that any of the night crew that were here had been dismembered, killed, and pulled into the floor. An apparent act of sabotage by baby lamps, though one of your members believes that it might not be as it appears. So, before anything happens, can I have an investigation check from everyone?
Does it matter that I'm not inside the refinery?
Where are you?
Well, when they went in, I stood just outside.
Okay, so you're outside the doorway.
Yeah.
No, you don't make the investigation check.
I have rolled
You roll a number.
excellently on my first roll of this session.
Okay. I see. Okay.
Plus 3 there.
Okay, fair enough.
18.
18, okay.
Also 18.
18, cool. So you both get it. You discern very quickly that the boiler has been set up and tampered with in such a way that it is going to explode. Your initial assessment, as you kind of like were first walking in there, is kind of like walking by and kind of like you understand some of the mechanisms of boilers, you've been around them long enough. You maybe on a more intuitive level, maybe through your own mechanisms or maybe through some kind of the things that you have known via the people that you have interacted with know these things about the boilers. Your initial assessment was that couple of hours and it will just detonate because it will run out of water, and the first moisture that hits it will just cause it to explode. That initial assessment was very wrong. And you have about 10 minutes before it explodes. Now, a couple of things are going to happen. I am going to set this out. This is a 5-minute timer.
Mm-hmm.
I will then flip it. And then you will have 5 minutes, then 5 minutes again. However,
So this is like real time.
this is real time. You do some shit.
Okay.
However, because you've got an 18, you know the things that are needed to fix. The two of you know the things needed to fix the boiler. You know exactly what you need to do. However, you need to do them. You need to direct the kind of people to deal with it as it's happening. So the way it's going to work is you will need to make some amount of checks in strength or dex. So you tell me what you're going to do, like skill challenge kind of style way. The scale for the skill challenge will go up. If you fail one of these successive checks by 5 or more, that's a failure. If you don't, then nothing happens. You just don't succeed, and the timer continues onwards. With your 18, because you got high enough, you also know that there is a way to reset the boiler. However, it will vent the steam that's inside of it in a random direction. You don't want to be in that direction.
No.
That is all the information you have. The additional information you have is that there is a person above you.
I believe I had just started walking up.
Yeah.
Yes. So you just started walking up and then kind of like, maybe you took a sidelong glance over at the boiler and went, oh, that's actually a bigger problem than I thought. Kind of one of those things where you kind of make that assessment as you're kind of like getting, because you would have had to go closer to it as you walk past those stairs. You also, one additional thing, information that I forgot, there's a blood trail that goes around the back of the boiler and falls down a hole.
To clarify, when you say the steam going in a random direction, that is a danger to us but not to the nearby buildings?
That specific thing is a danger to you because it's steam, it's heat. It's like it will
steam
damage the building at some level, but not enough.
But not nearby, not other buildings.
No.
It's not venting the entire side of the building to
One
go.
additional piece of information that the two of you have. If this boiler explodes as it is, it will take off not only this building, but every building with a 10 block square radius, killing hundreds, potentially thousands.
That's something that you gave to us last session,
yes,
which I believe my character is also in possession of that knowledge.
Yes.
I'm just going to inform
There was also a bomb. There was also a package next to the boiler as well. So, I'm going to ask each of you what you want to do first, and then I'm going to flip the timer. So, and then you will do the thing. So I'll ask each one of you, and then we'll do the thing, and then we'll go. So, you?
I'm going to, again, weirdly, calmly call out, like, query, who is there? Up to the figure on the balcony.
Cool.
I am stealthing up there to be at the door to this office or whatever.
Cool.
Okay, so let me give my justification. Because I am aware that if this thing blows up, it's going to take out everything else. But I'm still under the impression it's like an hour away.
You are
because
these two are the ones made the check. You didn't. Yes.
Because I got the nat 1.
Yep.
So my thinking is, shit, we don't want this thing to go off early before we can fix anything. Oh shit, what's that bomb going to do? I'm opening this.
Okay. So.
I'm stood outside. No one has called for me. So I'm going to do the thing that I asked you to do.
So let's handle you outside of this.
Yes.
Since it will make more sense. Make a stealth check.
It's already on there.
Oh, is it?
But you know we're carrying a bomb inside, and you know there's dead bodies inside as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the last thing that I heard is we're going to place this bomb, and I was like, right, well, I'll wait outside and I'll keep an eye out, basically.
So you're going.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I know exactly where you are. You're fine. Well, maybe. Right. I need to stand up. And I need to change the music.
There's nice peaceful music.
No,
it's
this is
really,
not
really
peaceful,
chilling out this entire
thing.
experience.
That one.
And the last bit of situational awareness. You're outside.
Mm-hmm.
You and I were already going in at the beginning.
I'm
of the
sort of
session.
halfway up. I'm probably here, halfway up the stairs, and then because I could see, I think, from my token onto the upper landing.
Okay, and then that one. And
It is paused, so I can't move anything right now.
That's right.
So I guess the other question is, where are you in relation to?
Well, where is the package?
There, I put it directly there.
In that case, that's where I've gone.
Okay.
So.
Query, who is there?
From above, you hear the sound of tinkling glass on the surface of metal as things begin to move upstairs. You hear no response from above. You're loud enough to above the boiler's noise. Yep. You hear the sound of tinkling glass. Make a perception check.
Would love to.
Don't need to make anything to
Stealth check. Yep.
Natural 20.
You see two glasswork golems moving towards the edge of a balcony above you.
Yeah.
And kind of begin to peer downwards.
Are they looking like they are hostile in intent with a natural 20?
At the moment, they don't appear to be. The second they spot you, and you spot them, they turn around and go back into the room behind them.
Information 5.
11.
11. That is not enough to beat their passive perception. You kind of, as you're kind of making your way up, trying to be quiet, you see them kind of like stop this thing, and then look and see you as well. And so, that is a bomb.
Yeah.
That is a scary bomb.
Query. How concerned are you about the imminent detonation of the boiler?
I'm worried that this...
Do you want to make me an Arcana check?
Yes. Yes, I do.
As you make your way up.
18.
Okay. 18. That bomb is specifically designed to collapse the building inwards. If it goes off in time, before the boiler goes off, then it won't kill everyone. However, the boiler going off will supersede that explosion by a massive amount. So you could set that bomb off. With an 18, you can set that bomb off immediately and save everyone around you, probably dooming yourself in the process.
Would a high enough roll allow you to set it to increase the timer on that, but not...
Potentially. But I think it would be more of a Tinkerer's check rather than Arcana.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nonsense in that thing, and you're like, oh, fuck.
This is a bomb. It's going to implode the building.
As you make your way up the side,
Save the area by collapsing in on the boiler.
Dressed all in purple, top to bottom, with a large
Would you
top
like to
hat,
save the
standing
area?
at the end, and he's talking to these
Yes.
two like glasswork golems,
Why?
and they kind of look, and then they kind of like all three turn and go down towards where they were. You think they are actually?
I will answer
They
that
look like they're
question
charging.
when we're less pressed for time.
They look like they're charging.
Very well.
They look like they're going slowly.
Okay. The guy in purple. Can I attempt to assassinate him?
Sure. You can make an attack roll of some kind. You are stealth enough for he did not see you.
Is he stood by the stairs?
He is kind of. So if I give you an idea of where he is, so where the end bit is.
Yeah.
He's there, and there's a glass window which is open, luckily for you.
Yeah.
And he is kind of like walking towards the balcony.
And then below it is the furnace directly below him.
The boiler's directly below.
Yeah, can I push him out the window?
You kind of like run forward and kind of just try to push him down.
Yes.
Yes, make an athletics check. Although you have advantage because he doesn't know you're coming.
Cool. There you go. That is a nat 20.
Is he coming into the factory?
So I need the actual number.
Oh, okay.
Because he actually rolled very high as well.
20.
20 flat.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't know you're coming. I need... Okay, that's fine. Alright. There he is.
The information 5, just for reference, was letting you guys know
People.
there were 2 more people in the building.
Cool.
And, yeah.
So, the balcony is 40 feet up. So he tumbles over, goes bang, and this guy, you two, spot him the first time, because he was trying to be quiet, but he's not that quiet, fell over, and lands right in between you two, actually. He lands right here.
Injured or dead?
Injured, not dead. At least I don't think he is. God, I hope not. I don't think so. Anyways. That's a lot of damage. He is very hurt, though. He takes 15 points of damage. Very high. So he falls. Looks around, gets up.
Shit.
And I need all of you to...
Dissonant whispers.
Okay, roll initiative. So, initiative pauses the timer. Because it has to.
Does he look like that would have... How, like, in terms of how close to dying he would be from that?
He looks pretty hurt. Not hurt enough.
Okay, so he's not like death's door from that.
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Probably not going to change my plan, but even so.
Yeah. Initiative. How do I roll initiative? That button. Normal. There we are. The fixer. He rolled very well, despite the fact that some asshole pushed him from behind.
Well, once you've hurtled 40 feet down open air, it's very hard to be surprised by anything.
Except suddenly stopping.
It's not the fault that kills you.
Okay, so these two boys are going to be here. They're not there yet, because they're still above you.
Information 6.
Do the purple robes signify anything?
No, this guy looks fairly nondescript. Like, he is definitely somebody here who is up to no good.
Hey, like us.
The two creatures in the office are glass golems, right?
They are glass, yes, they're glass golems.
Is there a reason you're assuming sentience to them and not yourself?
You ask me that in character, out of character.
I'm out of character at the moment. If I get an opportunity to do, I will ask in character.
Out of character, it doesn't give. There's nothing in its tone that suggests either way.
Where's the button to turn? Left click to receive. Okay, thank you.
Also, I think it heard them upstairs. Did I actually catch sight of the golems?
You would have done, because as they reached up, looked over the balcony to look down, which I now need
I think
to
I still would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a medium creature, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where are you? There you are. Nope. I hate having both a Mac and a Windows PC because I keep switching my hand positions all the time.
Cool.
Yeah, so you're up there, and you kind of like ran up and pushed him downwards into the stairwell, basically, and he fell 40 feet down. Now you are between two glass golems who you don't know what they're going to do. So, initiatives from peoples. 10.
19.
19. Let me get you. Where are your tokens? There's token number 1. Initiative. There's got to be an easier way of doing this. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Right click. Update value. 10.
I'm really glad that pauses the initiative.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of has to, because
Yeah.
otherwise...
I mean, we spent 5 minutes not disarming the explodey furnace.
Yeah.
You did spend 5 minutes not exploding, not fixing that.
Those 5 minutes went by real
Yeah, I
quick.
was gonna say.
Yeah, time blindness is not your friend here. That's why I made it like a big thing. So you could see it.
A
And
big
I'm like,
physical thing.
Right.
Also 10.
Also 10.
No
Oh.
buddies. Or it would be your buddy. If it was a person.
Oh, that's sad.
Maybe one.
And finally, the last member.
Oh.
You're over here, I think. And then, wow, now you have an initiative bonus. That's interesting. Right.
Is it him?
You should. It is. I think it is him first. But he is currently prone. So he, on his turn, combat. So on his turn, he stands up, looks around, kind of feels his ribs. What sucked?
Query. What does that feel like?
Fuck is that?
I think genuinely sensing someone close to death or injured and hurt for the first time. You're in the stairwell with me.
Mm-hmm.
Permission to call for a perception check?
Sure.
Perception check? I got a passive stealth.
11. My passive is 15.
I think on passive, instead of the red light, a big bulbous bloodshot real organic eye has come into the single cyclopic slot.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my combat eye. That's my fighting eye. Yay! It's like his crying tears of vitreous humour down the sides of the face break, just both sides.
He looks at you rather than you. He doesn't. He comes to disregard this nonsense.
That's honestly how I've survived this long.
And he looks at you and goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Doesn't matter. Pulls out some blades and goes after you straight ahead. But it takes him 5 feet to stand up. He's almost there, so 5. Then he gets 15. 1.
Doesn't it take him half his movement to stand up?
Yes, it takes him half the movement to stand up. And then he makes his way.
Could you show us the other screen, right?
Where did he go?
I see. Go to a different. You're currently on.
I see what I did.
I don't know how.
Yeah, I thought Brad changed rules.
Got it.
No, I didn't. What happened is when I dragged his token in, it pulled the screen towards him.
Right.
Oh.
So he
Do I need to move this then, or
needs to jump down to you.
because I think actually I was about there.
Yeah. There we go. That's the way it should be. So yeah. So if you go up in the map.
No, it's 2 floors. But
We're on the upper level, I think.
Right. Okay.
Aha!
So that's why.
Yay! Oh, here
So
we go.
he runs forward, sees you, and pulls blades out, and he's going to try and stab you.
Does he need to go past me to do that?
Yes, he does.
Does he provoke an attack of opportunity?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
But he doesn't regard you as a person.
Cool. Great note.
Um,
Hang on. I gotta check something.
Cocked.
No, it's not. It was it was resting on there. Natural 20 on the quarterstaff attack.
definitely hits.
3, 6, and my strength of 0, 6 damage.
Cool. Yep, so he takes that damage from you, and then he kind of has this look on his face like you clock it first because he gets whacked in the back of the head as he's going by.
To add a little bit of funk on that, I think what happens is that is almost the quarterstaff going out like Gandalf style, blocking the way because no. I want to see this. No, you don't go past.
So
Yeah.
I think he stops.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, this is a combat. I didn't even know they made these yet.
Query, how does that feel?
I'll show you. And then he goes to stab you.
have
He
11 hit
changes
points.
his target based on that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna die. I'm a wizard.
Oh no.
Yep, he gets 2 attacks.
Great. No notes.
So you see how you have 11 hit points.
Yes.
Does a 15 hit you?
Yes.
Cool. You take 5 points of damage.
Yep.
Before that happens,
Yep.
I go, no! And silvery barbs.
Oh, sure. That's a natural 1. So that misses because of that. Who gets your advantage?
Wait, why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard, you are hard.
The second attack is a 16 on the dice. So
Yeah,
plus
that hits.
You are very lucky it's hitting him and not you, though. Because you see as the blade comes out, there's something sickly and green on it. And he is definitely immune to poison. But you do take 7 points of damage from the blade itself.
Oh god, that almost destroys me outright
So
on 1
he
hit point.
hits you with the blade again, and the first one somehow, like, what happens with the silvery barbs on you? What actually redirects the weapon or causes it to move is just your voice. It just kind of like, he goes, what the...
I think as he like chokes out the word no, there's something magical on the intonation. something on the breath, on the wind.
Like he feels like the very force of the great tree above him just kind of like collapse on him for a second, and then he redoubles his and hits you.
That's a real sort of fascinating.
And
the eye begins to...
So when that happens, he looks up, protect, and then they begin to move on their own. However, before that happens, it is Victor's turn. Who is above? You have 2 glasswork golems to your left and to your right, and they are heading downwards.
So, what's in feet? So, firstly, can I see someone holding a bomb? From up?
Yes, you probably can. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see your new friend holding a bomb.
And
You can't see my expression.
okay. What's the distance between where I am and where the bomb is?
The fixer and the glasswork golems.
Neat.
40 feet down, and then whatever the feet is in direction. I think it's like 30.
Okay.
So like 70 feet total if it's whatever that is in the Pythagorean theorem for 3.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
that a perfect one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
3 on the bottom, 4 on top. Yeah. 5 then.
Yeah, so it'd be 5, yeah. So 50 feet to the bomb.
Does this have any like poles or something? So rather than taking the stairs, can I slide down? It's fine if not. I'm just
Hanging chains.
Yeah.
Chandelier, you can cut the rope on right down.
I'll say there is a steam pipe you can roll down, but however the steam pipe is full of hot steam and it will hurt.
Probably more than usual as well because of
Yeah.
all the furnace going crazy.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So how far did we say the guy was?
He
In
is
purple cloak.
Purple cloak is 40 feet straight down from you, plus the extra like 10 feet that way.
So purple cloak is fixer.
The fixer. Yep.
Okay. And can I have a look at the golems as well?
Yeah.
Are they ignoring me?
They appear to be, yeah.
Okay.
They appear to be making movements to go down.
They're right on the stairs, aren't they?
They are right on the stairs. Well, they're like kind of like about to go onto the stairs.
I mean,
One.
yeah. Can I push one of the golems?
Sure.
I mean, they're made of glass.
They are aware of you this time, so
Yeah.
they're not going to be like. So you can make a.
Because at this stage it would be what, a shove attack, I assume.
Yes, it'd be an athletics check,
Yes.
and that would be contested by their athletics.
Okay, cool.
You okay, bud?
Yes. That is cocked. Come on. Ooh. What stat was it using? Acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics, because if you're shoving, it's always athletics.
15.
They rolled a 7. So you go just behind this one, you push into this thing. It is made of pure glass. You just touch it, and like it's like touching a stained glass window. Actually, that's what they're kind of constructing. Like, and just kind of like very inelegantly as it hits the ground and like kind of you're vulnerable to bludgeoning. Hit the ground and you just hear this like awful like shatter, and they are probably gonna blast this thing. Okay. Yeah, that one's dead. They have 36 hit points, and that one's dead.
Great.
It hits the ground and just as the glass goes everywhere and just shatters across this entire area, probably covering you slightly in a little bit of the shatters in glass, the tiny little particles. They kind of wave across you.
It's chill. Don't have skin.
The fixer looks over. What the whoever built those things?
Do you feel fear now that your ally has died?
Where the fuck did this thing come from?
That would have started with the word query as well. I just got excited.
Yeah. So
Mood.
there is like a definite. What's your passive insight?
15.
He definitely looks like he's looking towards the door now, and the windows. Like he's like, this is not going as well as it should have gone, and these guys aren't exactly just like some people who just wandered in.
Yeah.
He's looking to go out. That is your turn. You still have one more glasswork golem up there.
Can I position myself so that I am then...
Not back the stairs.
Yeah, so basically it goes stairs, golem, me.
Yep.
If
So you
that
want to
makes
block the golem's route downwards? Is that
No.
the intention? Or you just want to get out of
You
the
don't
way?
want to be pushed.
I don't want to be pushed down the stairs. And if it stays still, it would be in prime pushing position for gravity-related damage.
Sure. I mean, it's
Turgist wizard.
Yes.
one is dead. Raylan.
So the
The fixer is standing kind of in between you and Pupil. So they're kind of like in between you because he stopped when he got hit by Pupil. So you had to basically turn around and go back one space and kind of like go to attack him. And yeah, so you can step up and attack him, or you can. So yeah, he's between the two of you.
So hardly any time has passed since he gutted out the wood now. So I think that is still on his throat as he just begins to sort of laugh. Enemy! And with that, can he make a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw. What's the DC? Never mind.
We'd love to hear that.
Good job.
So it's not like not a good roll. Don't think he's gonna live for long.
He takes 4 psychic damage
Oh, okay.
and has disadvantage on the next strength or dexterity ability check or saving throw.
Cool. All right, I'll remember
Now,
that.
let's see what I can cast. No, I don't have anything that's against Dex or strength.
Cool. So yeah, he gets. He's gonna make. Ooh. He looks at you, and that's cackle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you and goes, "Whisper one." Fuck. Okay, and that's his turn. Pupil. That's his action. Like.
I think that exactly that happened when a secret was detected. Suddenly, and then you almost see the curiosity of the pupil looking this way be overtaken as its body starts moving before it does, and it moves back. Intelligence saving throw.
No.
Lit.
That's a. He's good at attacking things. Not so good at the other things.
It's going to be 11 psychic damage,
Okay.
and he has to immediately run away from both of us.
Isn't that a wisdom saving throw?
Oh yes, it is. Sorry, big
But
one.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But I just.
Yeah.
just
No. That's a great,
for clarity.
great admin. Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of wants to do that anyway, so he hot-foots it as fast as he can.
That is a 20.
That
20.
hits.
20
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Do you want to take a attack opportunity?
Yeah, he's between the two of you. I'll let you both take it.
Oh.
And you have just taken your turn, so your
Yeah.
reaction's back.
2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, this is not set up for... that would be a 12 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah.
Not by a lot, though. So he gets hit by your quarterstaff again, but managed to duck underneath the other one as he's running in absolute terror of his both real and perceived via this spell.
Yeah, I think like you see like a weird sort of slow motion spidery movement as the eye sort of fixates. Thank you.
Yeah, whatever. He is going to move 30 feet. 20, 25, 30, and runs as fast as he can using his reaction. The glasswork golem's last order was to protect. It begins heading down the stairs.
So I get an attack of opportunity.
Yep. As it
Shove.
moves away from you. Yeah.
You can shove as an attack of opportunity.
You can shove as an attack of opportunity. Yeah.
And yeah,
Wonderful.
I'm going to be doing that.
Fucking Subway Pusher Victor over there.
19 on
That
the dice.
definitely wins, yeah. Okay. Do you want to roll 4d6 for me?
Sure.
I was thinking, how hot is it in here? You know, if the glass cones are quite warm, just rip all the heat out and try and make them shatter that way. I don't think I need to.
No.
Was it 4?
Yeah, 46. Yeah, they're drop from 40 feet.
That's 12. Questioning, no,
So they take 24. So, this one lived.
Yeah.
So it falls, which kind of in a way helps it because it gets there faster. Sort of. Where did he go? Where did you go?
So it's now running after him.
Where is it? Ah! It fell under the people. That's not where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be there. Okay. It kind of falls in the same spot he did. I'm hoisted by my own leveling stuff.
Ow, my petard.
Yeah. It falls in the same spot. It was told to protect, so it is chasing after him.
Yeah.
Interprets that as go towards him. You've already both taken your attacks of
Yeah,
opportunity,
yeah.
so it stands up, and then uses the remaining 15 feet of its movement to go 10, 15, basically there, effectively chasing after him. When he sees one of them fall and kind of like actually get up, he turns to it and says, delay! And points to you two. It's like
Delay, was that?
delay, yeah. And then it stops in its movements and kind of turns around. However, before that can even happen, your turn.
Okay.
This guy is running as fast as he can. You've got the bomb open in front of you, and you can hear his feet kind of
How injured is he?
pretty injured.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to. I've got my club out already.
Yep.
Had Shillelagh cast on it before.
Yep.
You know, rather than move, I'm just going to hold it up, and it's going to draw the heat out of the air in front of it.
The furnace next to you.
There is a furnace next to me. Yes.
You don't want that metal contracting though.
Cool.
Well, actually, no. It's no. I'm not drawing it from the furnace.
Okay. Just from the air.
I'm drawing it from the air.
Cool.
And as you do that, you kind of like see this like weird fiery spectral axe head on the end of the haft.
Cool.
And then as I fling it, as I fling it down, the cold air crystallizes into an ice knife that flies straight towards him.
Sure. So make an attack roll. And then I think he needs to make a saving throw.
He needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which I believe he has disadvantage on,
He has a D4 minus, isn't it? Or is it just...
or whatever.
Here, disadvantage on the next strength or dexterity ability check.
Okay.
Or saving throw.
Well, so it's a 24 to hit,
That hits. Jesus.
and then the DC is 13.
He fails that by a lot.
Because he's dead? No.
Well, the knife itself might do it. So what's the damage from the knife? Is it D10?
So it is, yes, 1d10 from the blade, and then it explodes. So that's 9 9 piercing damage.
Okay. The knife hits him full force. As he's running, he gets hit so hard from the knife that he just doubles over backwards and lands on his back. You hear exhalation of air as he hits the ground, and all the air is forced out of his lungs, and then he breathes no more.
And then it explodes and does 2d6 cold damage to everything within 5 feet of it.
Great.
Combat is not over yet, though.
Here's Gollum.
Did you want to move before I move on to anyone else?
No.
Cool. Victor.
Point of order, I need to make a concentration check for detect magic.
Oh, you
I failed.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. So how far down this? Because I'm not going to slide down the steam pipe.
it will take you your full movement to get downstairs. Just like one movement, not your movement and your action. So
Cool.
if you go, whoop, you basically sped them up by pushing them down, but it has drawbacks, as you can see.
For on my turn, I would also like to say, gonna need another set of eyes on this.
Okay. Can I get down the stairs? I assume that doesn't put me within melee range of it.
No.
Cool. Can I?
Information. Query. How many eyes would you desire this set to have?
Can I throw a dagger at it?
What should I say?
Yes. It's pretty close. Yeah, it's 20. It's in 10 feet of you. You see this thing kind of like turn on a dime.
I know
is
what I
it?
should have done.
Is the golem next to anybody?
No.
Okay, cool. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That'd be 5 piercing damage.
That does damage. You hit into the glass and goes, and a chunk of it like kind of shards off of him.
I have a question.
Sure. I might have an answer.
How does the ownership of these kind of things work? Like, would I know if this guy would have had like a control rod?
Make a either Arcana or History check.
Never mind.
Cool. I assume I can't throw a second dagger.
Offhand.
With-
With offhand, yeah, you can.
Oh, I can. Okay, cool.
Use your bonus action to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, that's not going to hit.
What is it?
It's a 4.
Oh, okay, no.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, the AC's low, not that low.
Yeah.
Okay, Raylan. This golem does look like it's heading towards Pupil specifically because he's the closest.
I will.
little guy.
I will rush right up to him.
Sure.
I'll put a hand on its shoulder.
Sure.
And the vine around my hands will start to try and wrap around it. That is a melee spell attack of. Thought so. That is a unnatural 20.
That hits.
Yeah. That is 21 necrotic damage. As the vine tries to kind of get into every nook and cranny and just crack it from within.
You crack it in half as it just goes, and the glass shatters everywhere, and a beautiful mosaic of shattered, like crystalline glass lies before you, and that is where combat will end. As all four of you are now down at the very bottom.
The split second
Sure.
that combat is over, people just runs over and just begins to stare into the face, and sort of lowering the hood down until the hood kind of covers the whole head.
Oh. Are you going to rear back as good? He's got no eyes anymore.
No,
Okay, just double checking.
no, just give him a little kiss. It's fine.
My thing now. Now that it's no longer an issue, before Brad turns that,
Right.
I'd just like to say the thing I was thinking was if I could have found a control rod to control this, could have had this set off the
Set off
bomb
the steam
for us.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Is it this way around? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We
But
got
I
that.
hope it's
Otherwise, you're really
Okay.
fucked.
knowing that time is present, I'll whistle and the raven will start to almost peck its body, trying to find any items it might have on him.
On the fixer,
Mm-hmm.
you find a number of things. You find some money.
We just
Grab it up with you, move on. I need
I'm
eyes
done
on this.
staring.
Cool.
Okay. The machine that's about to
Straight
explode. Can I vent the steam?
To reset the timer,
Yep.
of course. You make a intelligence check. Direct, pure intelligence check.
Okay.
Could I give? Could I use the help action
Sure.
with my knowledge of thermodynamics? Not that I know that word, but
17.
17 is enough. You for the first one. You roll me a d4. 1 is north, 2 is east, and then so on and so forth.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
glad I'm standing southwest then.
That is actually generally how it works. Okay.
4.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It bends to the west. So
which one's west?
the other way.
That way.
Oh fuck. Okay.
That's fine.
From
It's
there.
out of that.
No, it's not like that. The boiler's the bigger one, the grey one that he's next to. That one.
Oh, going that way.
So it goes there.
Yeah, so a gout of
Okay.
steam expels outwards. Remind me that you have an extra 10 minutes, though.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Will you idiots disarm this thing?
So this
Query,
will
which
implode the entire factory, stopping the boiler from being an issue.
You can make an Arcana check to see what you know about that bomb.
9.
I also.
Oh, do I know how long this bomb has to
12.
go with my 17 or whatever it
You
was?
think about 2 hours.
Okay. So to go off in 2 hours.
13, but yeah.
Then disarm this thing, and then we leave the bomb. Maybe shorten the fuse if you've got time.
Could
This-
I start having a look at the boiler?
Sure. Make an intelligence check.
22.
22. You figure out pretty quickly. You kind of look at the various mechanisms, what's been done to it, and you kind of go, click, and you pull certain pulls out, and then you kind of hear the boiler go. It's still making weird noises, but it's kind of you beginning to stabilize. That's one success.
Creepy face. What parts do you need? And he will point at the boiler.
I know the sound's ticking, Mike.
Let's turn this music on. It's better for this.
You. What parts do we need to fix this boiler?
Not an engineer.
You. Parts. What ones?
Can I make a perception check to see what's up? Okay, that's 23.
You think they've pulled out a significant portion. You think that there probably is a storeroom nearby that he could go grab things, and I'll count that as a success.
Okay.
So you kind of direct him,
Storeroom.
saying these ones, and
Yeah.
he brings them back, and you begin replacing parts, pulling gears and sprockets and various emergency release valves in putting them in the right spots.
Get fixed.
Not yet.
It's still
I think with pupil on 1 hit point, it has taken a while to process the answer. Information. It does not have a face.
Can pupil be fixed by mending, or does it have to be?
I can be fixed by regular healing.
But not mending.
No.
Okay, I'm going to walk up to pupil. Hold still. My palm is going to... Flames will go... And then I just shove it straight into pupil's chest and just... Well, it would normally be cauterized, but I guess it's
Sealing off the
Yeah.
sealant or whatever,
Yeah. Just sears it shut. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Just forge weld me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Forge weld me, daddy.
Which gives you a...
Awful.
gives you 7 more hit points.
I think I'm going to go...
Now,
Now,
help
Joe,
fix
Joe
this.
is very grateful. The people does not say thank you.
No, it's fine. It doesn't have to say thank you. It's an automaton.
In terms of the... so we worked out what part... So if it stabilised it, we worked out what parts are missing. Is there anything else that can be done to...
pitch me a check.
Brad. be an extra 10 minutes.
You do. Yeah.
And I'm very
And
glad.
I feel like a narc doing that.
That's fine.
Is there any way I could... I don't fucking know. I'm not good at anything.
You're good at some things.
Yeah.
Can I make a dex check under his guidance, or your guidance, sorry? If things have been ripped out, like if there were things that look like they're unplugged, I can kind of reach in and plug them back in.
Sure. Make pure dex check for that.
Cool. But under his guidance, so I at least know that I'm plugging in the right things. 14.
That's not enough. You look underneath. You're trying to like kind of reach where, but you realize that when this was installed, it was installed by children.
I'm 3'1".
You are 3'1". I will let you try to fix his mistake.
2.
No. You can't get in there either. It's not a question of height. It's also a question of like the flexibility and the size of arms and all kinds of like things that mean that it was installed by very, very small people to get in there. But that is one failure.
Okay. I would like to cast Unseen Servant, which does not have mass.
Sure.
As if I'm spending a spell slot on it, do I still need to make the check, or?
I'll let you make an Arcana check for that then.
Cool.
Because you're trying to direct an unseen servant to do something very precise and specific. It's not a question of putting something. It's putting something in the right spot and moving things in the right
My
spot.
pitch for advantage.
One of them will help you.
Could I use? I know I can't use mending cramp to fix him, but can I use the mend as he puts things in the right place?
Yes. I'll let you do that. I'll give you advantage.
That is a 22.
That was enough. You did a 20 for that. That is enough. You move one of the pipes has actually been put into the wrong spot. It's been from intake to outtake, and that's really fucked it up. And you kind of like, and then you hear the boiler, and then you see a couple of the emergency release valves just going to go.
And now we only have to worry about the regular bomb.
Yeah, the regular one.
Got the wrong one.
Yeah, because I didn't label them. I'm a dumbass. There we go.
Hey!
So is that timer no longer
That timer is no longer valid.
cool?
Information. Boiler will no longer explode.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Watch
I will start immediately heading up the stairs to the office.
The pupil has already started walking over here to this bloodied hole.
And
Ooh.
because I haven't noticed what the Raven's done, can I attempt to look at the body?
So you go over to the body after he's gone.
Yes.
So can I have a perception check from your Raven, and then you'll make a different one,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what he did. Or investigation check, whichever's higher.
Natural 20.
Oh, baby!
You find everything on it, and the Raven can collect it and pull it off. You go over to the body and find it's been picked clean.
Entirely clean, or does he have a personal memento that holds no value other than to the owner?
What would your Raven do with such a thing if it found it? 'Cause there is something on him that might be classified as that, but that might...
Given that I'm about exploiting connections, I would probably, unfortunately...
No, that's
I would
entirely fine.
take it.
Nope.
In that
I will let
case,
you know what that is.
Although,
now.
is there anything on him that a Raven couldn't carry?
His weapons.
Okay, so they would still be there.
I will take the weapons. I'm also going to pick up my daggers, and I'm also going to cut a 5 centimeter square patch out of his purple cloak.
Sure. He has a short
gonna
sword
say
and a
skin.
I
hand.
thought I was going to say skin.
He has a poison short sword that seems to reapply its own poison on its own. So
Ooh.
it's a 1d6 extra poison damage every single time. And a hand crossbow. And he has a small vial of poison.
Nice.
That turns a short sword to great sword damage, and honestly, that's fucking great.
Tell you didn't have any shields or anything on him. Whereas I could use shields.
Didn't even have armor.
Hmm?
Didn't even have armor.
Mm.
Right. It's going to take you longer to get to the office, and it's going to take him longer to get there. What are you doing while he's
I am going to inspect this further to see if I can figure out what the component
So now
parts
you're
are.
not under the same kind of stresses. You can take a little longer. I'll let you re-roll that Arcana check if you want to.
That's only a 15.
Same as a little before. You know what it does. It's designed such that it's to minimize the impact directly to the building.
Unless
alone.
looking for what it does, I'm more looking for what it's made of.
Dynamite, magical arcanotech, some seriously powerful stuff. So whoever built this was not the Iron Dogs. They purchased this from somebody else.
But,
In fact, actually, the dynamite's labeled as who it came from.
I lost my concentration. Oh no!
But then you just reapply it.
It'll take 10 minutes though.
lamplighter.
We have time now.
Is that
Yeah.
brawn?
I've got
lamplighters.
concentrating on
The
six
lamplighters.
servants.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Wasn't this a lamplight facility?
No, this
Oh.
is the Iron Hands facility.
Right. Okay. Got ya.
7 is not concentration.
And what's
The
your
wheel
passive
on Detect Magic
perception?
will start spinning. Just let me know when
My
that pops up.
passive perception is
So
15.
rather than going down, you're going to
Okay,
go.
cool.
Wait, reapply Detect Magic before I go down into the hole.
No, I'm gonna look in the hole. I'm just gonna peer in the hole.
Peer in the hole. At the bottom of the hole, you see a man kind of holding his stomach, looking really, really bad.
Oh no. Straight down there.
Do we know it's an Iron Hand facility?
Yes.
I mean-
all the refineries in the city are Iron Hands.
So
And
did
we're,
we
working
know
with the
yes-
iron, we're working with the Iron Dogs.
Oh, okay, that's what.
Yeah.
Because like, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
because iron.
Query.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
This guy. Okay, hold on. Let me give you the full description before we go any further, because this is kind of funny that you're the one who found him. A trail bud leads out from behind the boiler. It appears as though someone has been dragged themselves around this corner and into the back storage room. The doors are ajar, and the trail leads further inwards. Inside the room are sorted crates, barrels, and some of which are open. Their contents visible for all to see. The trail of blood in the ground leads to an open manhole cover and only darkness down below. At the bottom of the shaft, sorry, it's not a young man, it's a young woman. Her hands are sealed within 2 large iron gauntlets, and she has a large knife wound across her stomach. She has short, curly, dark hair and 2 huge black horns, marking her as one of the infernal touched.
I am going to. Does she look like she is imminently going to expire?
Yes, actually.
Okay, in that case, I am going to, while I begin to do a medicine check to perform first aid, say, what happened to you? It's a
kinda
9.
That's not enough. She kind of looks at you and is very confused. She kind of doesn't seem to understand who you are or what's happening, and she's just kind of like,
Tell me,
yeah, what? Tell you what?
what happened?
I died.
You died. What did that feel like?
It hurt. Are you an angel?
It is a pupil. And the flesh eye is going to swivel around again in the... What a way to go.
She kind of, yeah.
I think I'm going to... If I see that my administrations are not working,
Yeah.
this, unseen to anyone, I think is an insight into the pupil's motivations. I know I don't heal, or it knows it doesn't heal. It knows that you do and you might. And I will call in. It will call out, attention, there is an injured... attention, there is an injured person at the bottom of this ladder. They require healing.
So you will hear that, because it takes you quite a long time to get up
Mhm.
the ladder than it does for you to get. You will hear that. You will hear that. You will hear that.
I will put the bomb. I'll put the bomb back in its package. Back still redo the box, and then I'll put it back at the place where it was meant to go. And then I will head down the ladder.
I will ask you.
I require you to stabilise her.
As you're on your way, I will ask you, what's the deal with the bomb?
Okay. In 2 hours, it's going to implode this entire facility without damaging the surrounding area.
Okay, we've got time.
So
You make your way up to the office.
as I hear this, don't I? So I can imagine the Raven will come to me first. It will drop off whatever it found.
Sure.
I then just go check the office, and then I will start heading back down to the body.
Unfortunately, I used my healing on you.
I know.
The Raven finds 40 leaves on the fixer.
Nice.
He also finds a... like, you're not exactly sure what it is. It's like a small coin, but not one that's like that, no. Very different, very unusual thing.
When they get to the bottom of the hole, they find that people have said, you hear people saying quietly, leaning in real close to this one, "My attempt to stabilise your bleeding have failed. Here, allow me to comfort you in different ways." And he's using like minor illusion to do like parlour tricks or like serve her a cup of tea, and it's
She's
the pantomime of care.
The pallid blood loss in her face, and she's just so like just deoxygenated that she can't kind of like focus on anything. So it's mostly like bright colors to her. She's like, pretty.
I'm going to attempt a medicine check.
Sure.
I will give advantage now that I can unwrap the bandages from my horrible skeletal hands.
How far down are they from the? It's a manhole. How far down is that ladder?
Like 5 foot.
Oh, okay.
Not far.
Okay, so that is a 16.
16 is enough to stop the bleeding. As the bleeding stops, and she kind of like begins to like just not be losing blood actively, she kind of looks at you. Oh, I think I'm gonna live. Oh fuck. Looks to you. Looks to you.
Information. 5.
Are you with him? Kind of like
Query. Whom are you describing?
guy in the purple with the glass things.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to replay his last moments in sound. And that's not people casting a spell actively. That is a passive thing.
Yeah. She kind of just looks, and seeing a quasi demon person afraid is a kind of an interesting like thing for pupil probably in of itself.
Leans even closer.
Yeah.
He's expired.
Get the artifacts away from me, please.
Pupil, stand back.
Sees you, the first semi-normal friendly face.
Now, to be fair, I do look like a Red Union employee, just blackened.
With blackened and a gas mask.
Yeah, the gas mask is normal.
You have a lovely
union.
Friendly face underneath the gas mask.
The gas mask is normal attire for a union employee
That's true,
when they're
that's
dealing
true.
with a fire or a crisis.
That's true. She, I guess she would regard you as that, but then...
Okay, I am going to say that it is
delirious.
kind of creepy because of all the blackened stuff and the obvious fire damage to
And
it.
that is definitely more friendly.
Alright, so
Who's the guy?
you don't have to set magic up right now.
No,
It will
This,
eventually.
okay, then this is
figure out.
perfect. I will pupil catch and I'll drop a stone petrified leaf to you. Use it on her. Heal her.
Information. It does not understand.
Magic.
Can I make some kind of arcana check to realise what I need to do with this?
I guess, yeah. That makes sense.
2. It does not understand.
Do you know how to cast magic from magic items?
Information. It understands. And then I will cast whatever spell.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
And it-
Roll a d8.
Smatters into, crumbles into pieces in your hand.
4.
That's enough to kind of get her more lucid, kind of like restores the blood inside of her. She kind of like begins, her color comes back to her cheeks, and she kind of... Oh,
You're still at the top of the ladder.
saved my life. Thank you. Thank you.
Am I still holding
It's
anything?
dust in your hand. So already the wind is
Lets
picking up
it
and
run.
blowing it away. Yeah.
She kind of...
While people's distracted by that, try to put a comforting hand on her shoulder. You're safe now.
Magic.
What happened?
That guy, he entered building, just started killing everyone real fast, using magic I've never seen.
Is he psyching people into the floor?
No, he was just knifing people and using regular stuff. What do you mean into the floor? Oh, I don't want to go up there. I think I'll go to the...
You don't.
Thinks about the sewers. Thinks... No. I owe you guys. Reaches into his jacket. Pulls this out. Gives it to you. That's a family heirloom. I've never been able to get it to work. I don't understand magic anyways, but you're welcome to it.
What's your name?
Riley.
Information. Holds up a lunch bag.
Looks at it. Is this food?
Information, yes.
Looks inside.
Remind me, did we know what went into that lunch bag?
Completely regular, normal, fancily
Looks at
prepared sandwiches.
these sandwiches.
Like little finger sandwiches.
Okay.
Like a Duke would eat.
It's really nice.
Here's a protocol artifacts.
I don't know how they work. I mean, I don't even build them. I just work in the... Well, I used to work. I guess I still...
No, you don't work here anymore.
I don't work here anymore. Is it safe up there? Can I leave?
Information, it is safe up there.
Good.
I would close your eyes if you didn't want to see what happened to your colleagues.
You know what? I didn't see anything.
Request, please do not close your eyes.
Ignore him. Come with me. I'll keep your eyes closed. I will lead you out.
All right. Sounds good.
And I will take
Lead him out.
bring her up and then take her by the hand and then lead
So,
her out.
while that was going on,
Yep.
what were you doing?
Can I head back upstairs where I pushed all three of them down?
I do need to listen back and work out how many points of damage Mike did. Did we know how much it did the first time?
I think he only did 14 because he's not rolling. He wasn't rolling himself.
So 14,
Then
all
38,
14, 38, and
Then
24.
24. Yeah.
Insane.
Because they have to be rolled with bludgeoning
Yeah.
damage, and he have to be just in the right spot to do it. So
Out of curiosity, if I had used it's quite warm in here. If I had used ice magic on them, would you have been? Would they
maybe
have
I
done
would,
more
consider,
extra
I would
shattering?
have considered it if you'd have brought it up.
So,
Detect magic rituals going now again.
so yeah.
You detect that as magic.
This one.
Oh,
No,
that,
no,
that
no,
object.
no.
Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah. I just want to
Um,
have a look in here if I can.
So I want to head back upstairs. I'm collecting a piece of glass from both the golems.
Sure.
If,
But they beautiful construction. This is like one of the finest things you've ever seen in your life.
Do it.
and then can I head upstairs to where he was working on something?
Sure.
I want to work out, has anything been left behind that hasn't already been scavenged, and any idea of what he might have been doing
So-
up here?
Your raven, when it gets in here, the room, so it will see that this is the same thing as you because it won't probably pick up anything. There's a large oak desk that dominates the space along with several chairs and a huge rug. This is clearly the foreman's office. The room is in disarray. A huge safe has been dragged out onto the floor, but it's currently closed. The raven is currently trying to get its way in, but it's like, I don't think the raven can open the safe. It's like, oh, do this thing. Yeah, and there you go. See?
Can I try and open the safe?
It looks at you as you walk in. Can you
Sure.
give me some assistance, please?
Oh, it says
Sorry,
that.
the bird says.
Okay,
Excellent.
Of course. Thieves' tools.
sure.
So how does that work? Is it Dex plus proficiency?
Dex plus proficiency. Yep,
So that's 18.
that is enough. You very quickly kind of open the safe, and inside there's nothing untoward in there. There's just a pile of money, 200 leaves.
I will. Is it quite weighty leaves? I forget.
They're paper currency.
I will take half and I will give half to the raven. Yeah. Then he will kind of nod.
Thank you, and then it'll grab the money.
Yeah. So he's trying to break into the safe. Can I search? Is there? Yeah. Can I search the inside of the safe? Is there a hidden compartment within it?
I'll make an investigation check.
Cool. Ooh, natural 20.
There is not. It's
Okay.
a completely empty safe.
Cool.
If there was anything else in here, you kind of get the feeling that there may have been some embezzling going on, because there should be a lot more money than 200 leaves inside here.
Yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, I need to make a note of that. Cool. Because he was, if I remember correctly, he was tinkering with glass, wasn't he?
It was the glass were golems that were making all that noise.
Oh, okay.
Because when they walk, they're walking because their feet are made of glass. They kind of go.
Gotcha. Okay. Any unlikely, but any documents or anything like that that might point towards false record keeping, embezzling, anything of that nature?
Nothing in here. It looks like everything's just been like thrown about and kind of like just like the place has been tipped essentially.
Yeah. Cool. What are the other rooms in this, or is it literally just the furnace floor?
The furnace floor, the kind of foreman's office area,
Yeah.
and that's kind of it. And the kind of like the furnace kind of goes upwards because the pipes for it go up. The boiler itself is kind of more like a steam receptacle. There is a pipe that goes out and then into the city somewhere because the steam is generated elsewhere.
Cool. The bodies that have been melted into the floor, did we take everything of interest from them?
We haven't done anything with them. We
Don't
just
have
seen
done
them.
anything.
In that case, and I assume this is going to tie up nicely with the group coming back out of the pit, can I then investigate the bodies that have merged into the floor?
You can make an investigation check.
Yes.
Take you a little time because they're all over the place.
Yeah, it's going to take me a very long time because that is a 6.
6. You kind of like are going exploring the bodies, kind of taking your time, looking in the pockets, kind of like things. Some of the pockets are hard to get to because part of their like waistcoats are in the floor, so you have to kind of like pry them up or cut them or that kind of thing. As you're kind of like going through, but you do find in total about 20 leaves across the plate, but this takes you about 10 minutes to do so.
You've taken like just a random piece of glass from the 2 golems?
Yeah.
Is there anything on them that would denote ownership?
Make me an investigation check.
Has the woman now been brought out of here?
Yes.
So yeah, I would have led her to
5.
the entrance, advised her to, go straight home. Try not to be too obvious. Just
I can't ever leave anyway, so
oh, what's up? What is up with those? Are there
make a history check.
She's one of the Iron Hands, and that binds her into effectively indentured servitude. I read the entire wiki.
Yeah, history.
Those things are fucked up.
That's an 18.
18. Like you said, basically these Iron Hands are put on anyone who works in the Iron Hands refineries at a certain level. If you have any conjunction or touching with the artifacts specifically, that's one of the ones. Or if you're high up enough that they kind of go, well, now you're going to be ours forever. It's a way of ensuring that they work for the Iron Hands forever, such to the point that if you try to betray them or reveal any of these Iron Hand secrets, the hands themselves will kill you. Via asphyxiation. Yeah. They're huge, bulky, uncomfortable things.
Okay, well,
What was happening in the office again?
There was a safe.
Robbery.
Yeah.
A small amount of light robbery.
Yeah. Looked like the guy in the purple cloak was attempting to break into the safe.
Right.
He unfortunately tripped and fell down the stairs before successful.
His own shears.
Exactly. But luckily, we managed to open it up and saw signs of embezzling because we'd expected there to be a lot more in there.
Right.
So.
okay, so yeah, I'll tell her just go straight home. This factory's going to be shut down.
You didn't have to tell me that. I don't even know. Not gonna know. Not gonna ask. Bye.
Can I?
She fucking goes off into the darkness.
Can I wait until she's left before coming down the stairs? Because I do not want her to see me.
Sure. You see her.
Cool. Right.
Right. Actually, I am going to get Pupil,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to ask Pupil to look at the bomb,
Mm-hmm.
and
I think it glows. It should do.
It does a bit.
Yeah, it should do.
Neat.
well, that's in my pocket though. It's not come back out yet. So.
Oh, it's a very different colour. Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, no,
I look at the bomb under
I'll get
detect
you-
magic and I couldn't see anything extra.
But I'm going to ask if you can, with my previous rolls, if we could potentially shorten the fuse on this.
Shorten the fuse.
Yes, because it's going to go off in a couple of hours.
I don't think so.
That might not be for the bomb though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it was a couple of hours, like probably at this point, 45 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
Yeah, but you know, those policemen went off.
The guards, yeah.
I kind of want this to
They're not.
implode.
So I will
They were-
specify they were not policemen. They were
They were
guards.
Sorry,
corporate
guards.
guards.
Yes.
And then
And a
they've not
bickering
gone
old couple at that.
Yeah, bickering a couple who did not want to have anything to do with whatever the fuck was going on.
so they've not gone to get reinforcements who are going to come in and then die in an explosion.
Make an
Or
insight check. Actually, Pupil, you would know this. You're a high pass insight. Hell no, did they go in to get guards?
Well, I dropped something. Yeah, it was a 18 on the regular
Alright.
insight as well.
Okay, then yeah.
My passive insight's 15.
Yeah. Between the two of you, you know for a fact that based on the kind of like behaviors and the kind of people that work those kinds of jobs, there's no way they would go get guards.
Okay, so to best of my knowledge then, just leaving this bomb here and leaving, no one else is going to get involved in this.
Probably not.
Alright, in that case, yeah, I won't bother trying to shorten the fuse. I'll just say, alright, I think it's time that we need to get going.
So you leave the bomb.
yeah, and can we hide it somewhere so it's not immediately visible?
Well, we'll put it where they said to put it.
Yeah,
right?
the-
next
near
to
the
the
boiler.
Because
furnace.
we now know this thing is designed to destroy it, but destroy it in a manner
But
that will
collapse it in, which goes with the Iron Hands trying to be a slightly more for the people, of the people, by the people.
The Iron Dogs don't want to have
Yeah.
civilian casualties.
Yeah,
Somebody did.
somebody did, and that's the point. Yeah. Is there any evidence? Sorry, this is a Joe question. Is there any evidence of like union busting shit around here? Like anything by white? Like, is there any evidence why this factory might have been targeted by the company rather than anything else?
Well, then you would think false flag type thing.
Yeah, somewhat.
If that purple bastard. What you looking
You
for, Joe?
found the trinket.
Oh, it's under the chair that Loki's on.
Oh,
I will let you make a history check based on that answer, or an investigation check. Your choice.
Could I try history?
excuse me.
Yeah, sure.
It was a D12.
21.
2. The coin that Raylan found.
The other, no, the one that's not this one.
That one. It's not that one.
Yeah.
They couldn't figure out how to make one like that. Isn't. Yeah, at first you think it's like a Davy Lamp coin. You know the concept. You know the coin that you get, challenge coin. That's what it's called, from the presidents and things like that. This guy had one. It looks kind of, at first you're like, this looks like the one for the Davy Lamps. It's not. It's not that one, because the Davy Lamps and the Iron Hands are run by the same, a brother and sister.
It's Willa,
Willa
Goldfoot,
and Wenwit.
Yeah.
It's for the other brother. It's the Iron Hands person trying to start shit with the Davy Lamps to try to start some kind of war.
So
Like
it's
an
the
open
Iron Hands
conflict.
attacking their own factory in order to have an excuse to go and take on the. Yeah.
You sussed it, basically. So
I read the whole wiki. It took a weekend.
Inspiration. Inspiration. Genuinely inspiration.
Thank you.
So, cool. You leave the refinery.
I've left my hideous token to view the explosion.
Cool. As you push open the heavy brass-bound door and step into the darkened night, a strange and unsettling sound reaches your ears. A rushing of air that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere all at once. Glancing back at the refinery you just exited, your eyes widen in disbelief. The entire structure is collapsing inwards like a as if an invisible hand is crushing it. The noise is deafening, a horrific symphony of destruction. Bricks shatter, steel beams groan and snap, wooden supports splinter, and brass pipes twist and contort under the unimaginable pressure. The cacophony drowns out all other sounds, making it impossible to think or react. You feel a powerful pull on your body, the air around you rushing towards the epicenter of the implosion. Your clothes flap wildly toward the collapsing refinery, and then silence. And then the sounds of the wee-woos as the familiar sound of the police coming towards the sound of the collapsing factory. And you all need to decide what to do now.
Run away.
Yeah.
And you all flee into the night towards your next destination. I believe you said you were heading to the security officer's home.
Yes.
Yes.
So, we'll go there next.
Do we
Different
go, are we
get
going
the
to...
view on this.
I'd like to have a quick look.
No, just the one I haven't seen.
But also, are we going to... are we going there immediately, or are we going to hole up somewhere, have a drink, and a short rest in a pub?
Remind me what we were doing at the security.
Murdering him.
Yep, that's the...
Then we probably want...
Information. We were also required to silence all witnesses.
To this thing.
To the murder.
Mm.
Only if there are witnesses. Right?
Yeah.
Correct.
We didn't need to make it look like an accident, though, did we?
It wasn't sending a message, it was just a chess piece off the
he
board.
needs to die, yeah.
Yeah. I say we do it right away before he gets wind that the factory's collapsed and he might be next.
So, you head out into the darkness of the streets. The sound of the Greencloaks making their way, Greencloaks and Red Union members making their way to the collapsed factory. Though there is no fire, they still, as a precaution, head that direction.
Got to respect it.
It had a plaque and everything.
They did a plaque.
Should have taken the goddamn plaque.
It might have been useful at some point later. But yes, you make your way away. Because you're not heading towards the explosion and you're heading in a way that doesn't necessarily cause any kind of suspicion, no one's going to stop you. And you make your way to a place you know very well, a address you have on a piece of paper for termination.
Did we destroy the piece of paper having memorised the address?
It's up to you.
Probably for the best.
What's the sort of journey time?
Less than an hour.
Okay, cool.
It's still very late. It's dark. It's quiet.
Did this detect as magic?
It did.
Can I try and figure out what it is now I've got a bit of time to myself?
Can we guess identify?
I don't think I have identified.
Is it?
I have to remember if this requires attunement. I don't think. I think it does. No, it doesn't. It does not require attunement, but I don't know how you would work out what it did.
I don't necessarily work out what it does. I'm just trying to work out what it is.
It is a coin with the same face on both sides.
Okay.
Could I have the box?
Yes. Presumably not the bomb box.
No, not the bomb box. The bomb box is gone.
You got
Imploded.
It's gone.
Yeah, I know. Do you want? Presumably you want that back, but
Can I have a look at it in slightly more detail?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm very proud of that one.
yeah. Reminds me,
That's
well,
real cool.
I do need to write a letter to my MP.
That would freak them the fuck out,
Yeah.
especially with all the weird
Esoterica on it.
Yeah, that's not a good thing for me to have.
Does this thing require attunement?
No, it doesn't. But you don't know what it does.
What is that?
This is not something I've gotten out in front of anyone,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but this is what I
But
was
both
given.
people and myself saw you receive the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like basically, this is something that's going to be looked at later.
Yeah.
Sure. You make your way across the city in the dark, and eventually you come to a Victorian townhouse. You see that it exudes an air of sophistication and security. The 3 stories of the house are adorned with intricate wrought iron balconies, and the chimneys seem to be in good condition. At the front of the house, a set of stairs leads up to the heavy oak door and an imposing pair of lion-headed knockers. There is a complete. Why, Brad?
Fantastic pair of knockers.
I know. Why did I use that word? Oh god. There is a complete lack of windows on the ground floor and a balcony above that creates a small alcove on the ground floor. As you draw closer, you notice a faint glow coming from the upper floors of the house. The windows are lined with heavy curtains, making the inside impossible to see inside of. Around the back of the house, you won't see this, but would you case the joint, as it were?
Oh, for sure.
Sure.
Am I going to spend protracted time staring at something?
Yeah. Okay. You see two doors leading to a privy and a tool shed, both slightly ajar. The doors are guarded by a stout iron bar, such as seriously even for the outbuildings. On the north side of the house, you notice a door that leads to a servants' floor. So, like the servants' floor is the bottom floor, and then above it would be where the people live, the normal people, or whatever you want to call it. So,
could I send the Raven preferably to a building opposite the balcony? But if there is nowhere to perch, it will go to the balcony.
So there is.
Basically, I want to get line of sight inside.
Okay. On the balcony, so there are one. Where's the second balcony? There's two balconies. One on the front of the building, one on the back of the building. Which one do you want to go for first? Back of the building. Back of the building, you go to the back of the building, it sees into the windows. It sees that there's a bed that is partly made. It looks like somebody was in there and then left. If you go to the front of the building, where the other balcony is, it can see kind of into the window, but the curtains are drawn, so you can't quite see what's going on inside there. The light is coming from another room to the south side, so more towards where you guys are in the north.
Can I check both was it workshop and privy, did you say?
Yes.
Can I check those, see if there's anyone in there? And yes, I will be stealthing.
Sure. Make a stealth check.
13.
13. You are kind of listening to the inside of both those rooms.
15, sorry.
15. So you're quiet as a mouse. You go over there while everyone else is kind of standing around, like kind of in the street, kind of looking up at the building. As that's happening, you don't hear anyone inside either of those two buildings. But as you're coming around, you do hear kind of a weird noise as you're going past the servants' door, like a strange kind of something.
Someone's going snork mini.
Yeah. It's a very odd noise, and it doesn't sound human.
What did our target look like? Did we get a picture of him?
No, you just know that they're the security officer who lives in this building.
You get a name at least?
Ooh.
Oh.
This is your target, a person in this building who lives in this house. I will say, as you are standing outside here, wow, you guys all have amazing passive perceptions. You watch as a little rat scurries out from the sewer with a letter on it strapped to its back and begins heading towards the building. What do you do?
Can the Raven go?
I was thinking the same thing.
Try to grab. Okay, so what are you doing at the same
Chill
time?
touch.
You're gonna kill the rat. Go.
Actually, no. I think. Yeah, no. I want to know what's on the letter.
Okay.
Curiosity.
Make the attack roll.
15.
That's gonna hit a rat. Rat dies, and your raven grabs the letter. This is my one. Security officer. Nope.
Appendix A, letter C.
I'm trying to find the right one.
The I don't know if anyone's. I doubt anyone's going to be. Was it a regular real rat?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know
It's
how.
not anymore.
I don't know how a rat would die of fear, but it did.
I'm assuming, given this is you, the seal is intentional.
The seal is intentional, yes. It's sealed as it was being sent.
No, as in the emblem on the
Oh,
seal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Quick
Oh,
question.
God.
Have you noted our ACs down there?
Yes.
Mine should be 15. I have a shield that I've forgotten to equip.
Oh, okay. Yep. Cool. I hope I got the right one. I think it did. Yeah, it's not right.
Was Yeah, can I make a history check about that little ghost?
Sure.
14.
It's a really weird one.
I'll have a look.
You don't know. You don't know anything about the ghost one. Not something that you've ever been privy to or have an indirect interaction to.
Yeah, entirely reasonable.
Though I will say something feels very familiar about something on that. Not any of the contents of the letter, but something on the letter itself.
The green slime or the black dots?
The green slime.
To pupils specifically? Or...
To some part of pupil, but not all of pupil.
Interesting.
Can't look at me anymore. Disallowed now.
Yeah, that's been a lot of people's last words.
Is this blood?
Some of it.
So it's dry blood, okay.
Some of it's other things that are found in a sewer.
Yeah. The green slime. Like, is that representative of the colour of the slime?
Yes.
But it's not like the vitreous humour that weeps out of my joints or anything. Is it like when I found that letter crammed into me? Is it like that?
Ooh, it is similar, but not quite. That's more refined.
Was this sent from the Iron Dogs as a threat to say, we're coming?
No.
It was saying that, shall find its way into your humble home by the setting sun. Just made me think that person's waiting for something.
Query. Does the security officer have children?
How should I know?
Any of you can make an intelligence check, because there's no architecture roll.
8. So what's the check, sorry?
Intelligence, pure intelligence.
Oh,
6.
18.
13.
15.
Give it to both of you. The size of this building and the amount of bedrooms inside of it, there's no way this person lived alone. If your raven was on the one, that was a child's room.
The one that had the kid that was out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
Please fetch a picture of the child. Have your raven.
The creature that was in the servants' quarters, making that odd noise, is there a way that I can get a look at it?
There are no windows on that floor, unless you open the door or look through the keyhole. No, not even through the keyhole. Yeah, you'd have to open the door.
Change your height.
Would that be what? Sleight of hand, try and do that quietly, or
Oh,
stealth?
yes, that's
hand or
because we're
stealth.
both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so alike.
You're both the worst.
Yeah. Can the raven see any family photos of or family portraits, I should say?
From the only room that it can see in, no. It can see something on the desk inside that child's room, though.
What can you see?
Considering that the block wasn't affected, it was only the actual factory.
Oh! Oh.
That's 11 to try and open the door quietly.
So I will move you to where you are, because this might matter.
Yep.
This one is much easier to do. Woo!
I could coax the child to the balcony or the target.
Yes.
You come to the door.
Mm-hmm.
You open it very quietly. You peek inside. And you can can you hear it?
No.
No, possibly we need to move the token.
I did. You can hear this soft breathing kind of
Oh, maybe.
like a strange noise, and you see.
Because this isn't the servants' quarters, is it?
Yes. You see this little dog. Lying in front of the fire, keeping itself warm. This little tiny little light. But it is pitch black in here.
Adorable. It's-
Oh, that's not a good name for a dog.
Depends on the dog.
Oh.
It does depend on the. It depends on the dog or lack thereof, Brad.
Yeah, that's true.
So you've gone around to sneak into the thing.
Servants' quarters, yeah.
We are currently, I guess, looking at the balcony.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm having a little sit down on a bench nearby, I guess, because there's not much I can. I feel like I'm able to do right now.
Would you be in view of the balcony?
I could be in view of the balcony. Yeah.
So you'd all be.
Basically, I don't want you to be in view of the
In
balcony.
that case, if you tell me to move, I'll move.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say hide from the balcony, and then basically I'll talk to people, hide and observe. And I'll
I
come
think
to the balcony.
if this blank metal plate of a face could smile, it
And then I'll instruct the raven. I'll fold the letter back up, put it in its beak. It will fly up to the balcony door and just start tapping on the glass.
So on the side, the other balcony.
The one that has got the curtains closed that I can't
Sure.
see in.
Yep.
With the eerie token I produced earlier, the eyeball, considering we were there and saw what we were hoping to witness with that, would I be able to retrieve the token? Because it lasts for 8 hours.
Sure.
Cool.
Your raven taps the glass a couple of times. Nobody moves. There's no amount of stirring, anything inside the room. So there's like there's clearly a child's bedroom at the back of the house.
Yep.
But there's another something.
But the room with the curtains drawn has the lights on.
No, that's another bedroom to the south. So there's a third bedroom.
That doesn't have balcony access? Ah, okay.
Balcony. There's no balcony on that one. There's windows, but no balcony.
Yeah. Hmm.
Is the dog still asleep?
Yep. You are quiet enough that you haven't woken it.
Good.
Can you pop the eyeball up there? The raven, I mean.
The raven will look at you, and as last session, it will just go.
No, not.
So, how is the servant? Do the servants' quarters connect directly to the main house?
They are directly underneath it. So like it's servant quarters and then normal living quarters above it, and then kind of like a living area, then bedrooms, and something else above it. So there's like 3 layers.
Okay. Can I listen out? Is there basically? I want to move up to the next level, but can I listen out to hear if there's anyone moving
If
above
you
me?
click on Victor on that map, because it is dark, it is pitch black in here, you probably can't see very much. Can you click on Victor?
Is that Victor?
Yeah, Victor's in the house.
Oh.
So if you go in the building, you put right click there.
Aha.
Now that's what Victor can see. So inside that, so I'll give you a full description of the room. The air in the room is thick with the smell of cooking, and it's clear that the household servants have recently prepared a meal. The shelves that line the walls are filled with supplies and tools that could be useful, but the disorganized clutter makes it difficult to find what you need quickly. The only light in the room comes from the cooking fire, which now that you're noticing it, more is illuminating a large yellow-brown dog with a bright pink collar that appears to be asleep.
It's a bright pink colour. That's adorable.
You see the little collar actually has a small name tag that reads Blinky.
Recently prepared meal, as in preparation for the next day, or one
more
that
like it was like
They're possibly still upstairs eating it right now.
not that, more like they've been left there, like not cleaned up after.
Oh,
That's
that
odd.
seems odd, right? Like if you've got a servant's quarters, it like
It would seem odd, yeah.
Yeah,
You think that?
yeah.
Yeah, sure. You think that?
The balcony, does it have a glass door beyond?
So the backside balcony has a glass door, and so does the front one, both of them do.
And they're both closed.
They're both closed, yes.
Cool. I might try and climb onto the balcony.
Which one, the back one or the front one?
Which rooms do they look like they go into?
So the back one goes into the kids' room, the front one goes into the main...
Back room.
Cool. That door is unlocked.
That door is locked.
That door is unlocked.
Unlocked. Great.
So I need to move you to the right spot.
19 on my athletics check.
Yep, you easily make it up there. You didn't need that high, but... How do I get you to the right floor?
And 14 on my stealth check.
Here. Okay, cool.
Can I see through anyone?
Can you see through anyone?
Can I see through to see anyone?
Okay. So I will give you the description of the room you're in.
Can you see through anyone? Roll inside.
I was like, that's a strange way. I mean, that feels like a power you might have, but I'm sure.
It's power I surely will have.
Is Pupil willing to take one of my tokens?
Of course.
Cool. A large queen-size bed dominates much of the space in this room. The sheets are simple red, though there is a sign of someone having slept in it recently. At the moment, there is no one inside, and the door to the hallway is slightly ajar. In addition, there is a door out to a balcony. A small circular rug is positioned in front of the door, and next to it, a small desk on top of which is 2 pieces of paper with children's drawings on it.
I put my hand very gently onto the bed to see if it's still warm.
It is. Ooh, is it warm? Yeah, it's probably still warm.
So
good
5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make? Actually, is there a roll I can make to try and determine how long this kid's been gone?
It's like a forensic-y roll.
Investigation.
Sure. I'll do that.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nice.
You think he's been gone maybe an hour?
An hour. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So still good quality covers. So like the where like the covers aren't, it's cold. But if you take them off and you feel under, it's still warm.
Okay.
There's been a person here for a while. Specifically to give you like specific insight into the drawing, because I had Lincoln draw those. It is a daddy bugbear, a mummy bugbear, and 2 bugbear children.
Great. Cool. Are there any? If I peer out into like the hall.
Mm-hmm. So you are.
And then can I sneak up to the next level, which would be
You
the general living quarters?
Here.
And
You've.
do you want another stealth roll?
So on the ground floor we have Victor, so there are.
Sorry, I appreciate we're
That's fine.
pincering.
There is a door straight across from you from where you entered, and then there is a door to the right. Which one do you want to go into? To your right, specifically.
Does one look like it's more obvious to lead upwards? Like, does one look like it's just off the kitchen, so it might be a pantry, whereas one looks like it's more entrancey like?
Give me an investigation roll.
Okay. 7.
7. You were not sure, but I'll give you inspiration for having that thought, because that's a good thought. And now it's just kind of like pick one.
So there's one off to the right or one straight ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go through the one that's straight ahead.
So you come into a hallway.
Again, this is all done as quietly as I possibly can.
Sure. So let's go back to you. So what are you two doing?
I've given the token to you.
Yeah.
The Raven is following you. I'm just going to come and sit down next to you.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
my thinking is if someone tries to bolt, then
Mhm.
we can take them down outside.
So pupil,
Yeah, huh?
you come into the landing. A small landing of stairs with 3 doors and a small window. The door to the west has a small amount of flickering light just peeking out from underneath it. On a small plaque at about head height as some text in a childish font that reads Halloway. The door to the north, the one we just came from, and right is slightly ajar but has a small plaque that reads Horace. The final door, which is to your right and is just around the corner, just says Mum and Dad.
Great. Can I roll a perception check to listen for the sounds of living things in here?
Sure.
It's a 20.
There is At the door that's Mum and Dad, there is a sound of 2 sleeping people. In the other door, Halloway, there is the sound of a small sleeping child.
Great.
For sure.
I am going to take my nice juicy eyeball
Okay.
and roll it under the door to the child's room.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Disguise Self to turn into the child I see.
Okay. So I will describe Halloway's room. You are struck by the contrast between the grandeur of the room and the small figure curled up in an oversized bed with a small ever-burning candle on a nightstand nearby. The bed itself is a large 4-poster with intricately carved wooden pillars that seem to reach up to the ceiling. The sheets and blankets are rumpled, evidence of a goblin child's restless sleep, even if the child is currently snoozing peacefully. And let's see
Because the reason it needed to be a child is because
He's outside.
Disguise Self can only change your height by a foot.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I would look like a very small hobgoblin policeman.
As you manhandle the eye and roll it under the door,
what it looks
the,
like.
the crow just
Perfect. I look like this.
It's a crow that doesn't like eyeballs. Weird.
Can I also try and mage hand that candle to have?
I don't think you can get it under the door.
Okay, that's fine. Is this door locked?
No. No, you can
I will try and stealth in then.
Sure,
Because
make
you're
yourself
a
check.
candle.
Because I also want to stare at the sleeping child, Ryan. That's not weird. What's your problem?
Which-
Natural 20.
Which door is you doing? Mum and Dad or Halloway?
Halloway.
Halloway, cool beans.
Natural 20, and I'm just going to stare for maybe 30 seconds. And then take the candle, pocket,
Sure.
so it's not got the light.
So it
And
goes,
then,
the dark light goes out.
and then but to be clear, the image of this child stares at the image of this child with head cocked to one side at a weird angle that biology shouldn't
just
allow.
hear so as you're standing there staring and you kind of like figuring out what this child looks like, you're using it to improve your disguise self, whatever you're doing in terms of pupilness.
I know you're not going to believe me, but it actually was the first thing you said, the
Okay,
working out
that's
disguise
fine.
self.
You hear like go, Mom, and then just whimper a bit.
Is there a teddy in here?
There would be, yeah. There would be, yeah.
Teddy, just place it.
It
Is this too much for anyone?
No.
wraps
Just wanted to
around.
check in.
It might get there,
Yeah.
but no, not at the moment. It kind of like grabs the teddy and holds it close, and then you see a tear come down this cheek. Whatever dream this child is having is not very pleasant.
Yep.
So you in the hallway,
Me in the hallway.
ground floor. Right, come down to a hallway. There is a doorway to your. As you come down the hallway, there's a doorway to your right, and there's another hallway that wraps around the corner. And there's a small.
So because I've gone straight down, so if I'm imagining the layout of the building, am I
Is
correct?
this the outer wall?
Make me an intelligence check, actually, at this point.
Okay.
We'll let you do that.
16.
16. You know that some servants' quarters, specifically older buildings, would not have an entrance from the servants' area into the main manor except through outside. So they are completely separated from each other. Even to deliver food between the two buildings.
Gotcha.
There still might be something interesting in here, but for example, the servants themselves might be somewhere down here as well.
Yeah. I think I could do.
Just, listen before you open the door.
Yeah, you're right. That's not good. That's 7 on perception.
The door to your right,
Yeah.
you hear nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I quietly open it?
Open it, it's a broom closet.
Okay.
Genuinely a broom closet. I'm not making a joke, that's genuinely a
Nice.
broom closet.
I will quietly close that door
Cool beans.
and head that away.
Okay. This door to you, straight ahead to you think goes outside. The
Okay.
other door You don't know where it goes.
Oh, let's open that door.
Cool. Didn't even do the perception check this time.
No. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
As you enter this room, you see that it is a small, cramped space with 3 simple cots lining the walls. The beds are neatly made with crisp white sheets and blankets folded at the foot of each bed. But despite the tidy appearance, there's a sense of emptiness in the room, as if it has been abandoned for some time. The walls are bare, with no decoration or personal touches, and there's a faint smell of dust and disuse in the air. A small window on the far wall lets in a sliver of moonlight, casting deep shadows across the room. The silence is broken only by the soft sound of your footsteps as you move across the room, feeling the weight of the empty space around you. There is a note in the room at the top of the nightstand, sitting under an old mug of tea.
So, firstly, can I check that these cots are unoccupied?
They are.
In that case, I will take the note.
There's a note.
And I love that it has the coffee.
Yeah, Brad.
That's fine. That's fine. I love this. So, while he's reading that note, what are you doing?
I'll pick up my eyeball.
Cool.
I'll leave the room.
Yeah.
As you come out onto the landing, the crow's just going. In the same way that you cocked your head at the kid, he's just doing the same to you.
Perfect.
Cool.
And then I'll try and very quietly open the mum and... Actually,
I will also say there's stairs up as well,
okay.
because you're in the middle.
Is there a bathroom?
No.
Okay.
Oh boy, am I happy with this note.
There's a privy room downstairs. This building's old enough that it would have like a separate.
Okay, so what I was... Okay, so my kind of... Like, how would Pupil kill someone? Was my theory.
Sure.
And in combat, sure, like, remind them of their sins with dissonant whispers, and I have a couple of other things from Memoria that I've picked up. Probably poisoning.
Okay.
So my first instinct was, like, just find as many things from the medicine cabinet as I can, and then, like, give it as a drink to the guy somehow, or like, leave it as tea on the nightstand or something. Sure. But, not being able to find a bathroom currently, I am curious as to what's upstairs.
Sure.
And curiosity, very much.
It's kind of Pupil's MO.
Yeah, I think it just is what Pupil is.
Yeah. So, Pupil.
May I?
Yeah.
No, okay.
A small landing of stairs with 3 doors and a small window. The door to the west has a small amount of flickering. No, the other wrong one. You the other.
Well, a different landing.
You're on the top landing, which I don't have an entry for. Oh well, that's fine. That's not a problem. So at the very top. That's why. There's a door to the north of you. And there's a door to the west of you.
Was it you? who picked
It's
this
me
up?
that's found it.
Oh, shit.
The door to the north appears to have is more sturdy, more secure, but the door to the west is just like a normal like oak office door.
Again, can I hear anything coming from either?
No.
I'll open the less secure door if I can.
Sure. You make your way over.
I have 8 hit points. I shouldn't be doing this.
You do have 8 hit points, and you're in a room.
Yep.
Right. Study.
Yeah.
The study. As you step in the study, you're immediately enveloped by the musty scent of old books. The walls of the room are lined with floor-to-ceiling bookshelves sparsely filled with a few leather-bound tomes. On the far wall sits a large mahogany desk covered with a thick layer of papers and notebooks. A brass lamp illuminates the desk, casting a warm light on the cluttered surface. A large leather chair is positioned behind the desk, and several smaller chairs and a sofa are arranged around the room, providing ample seating for guests. You have Detect Magic up, right?
I do.
There is a pen that you detect as magic on the desk.
That pen's coming with yours truly. It is an uplifting, and therefore
Yes,
must
you-
be embraced.
You have a legitimate reason to be a kleptomaniac around magic items, as opposed to just being a D&D player.
Well, the thing is, it's an. Oh wow,
That's fantastic.
dude, my guy, that's beautiful.
Wow.
I wish I could take credit for that one, but I can't.
So here's
Oh,
here's the
so
thing: kleptomaniac is a good description, but as soon as pupil understands what it does, it is then loses its novelty and attraction. So,
But it is magical.
Yeah.
It is. God, what magic would that be? Divination. Yeah, divination
okay,
magic.
I will stow it in an inside pocket of the robe.
Oh, on the side of that pen, which I couldn't get, is the word inscribed is written as true. Just the word true.
Oh, it's not the phrase, the word that is inscribed that is written as true.
it's-
Oh my god, that'd be cool.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Any loose correspondence that can be filed away for later examination?
Of course.
I knew there would be.
There are a few. This one?
Wow. What's a fox?
Dog.
Oh, dog.
Dog.
Iron dogs, maybe?
This one?
Oh. Okay, that one's already open and has a magical seal on it.
No.
Okay.
I've got all of my things from that one.
Arcanum. Your gentle repose spell cast is coming up for renewal. The spell cast on the corpse of Rosalina Hamburg must be renewed by June 6th to guarantee corpse preservation. Ooh, lovely. How that? Mr. Hamburg, appraisal of property. Ooh, crikey. Is this address?
Mm-hmm.
Is at the house. Hamburg. Is Hamburg the name of the guy that we were sent to kill?
You don't know. You weren't given a name, but given all the other correspondence are to Hamburg, it's kind of safe to assume that.
But this mentions the sale of the house. So what I want to make sure we're not doing is murdering a guy who moved in to the place where we knew.
Well, that was the sale of the house that hasn't gone through.
Right. Yeah. Cool. That's what I'm check. Could I borrow the letter opener? I think it's the sword underneath.
It is the sword on the
Oh no! Hang on.
dragon.
It might be coming off in one. Oh, it is. This little greedy information thing.
What is the relationship between leaves and blossoms?
100x.
Of which way around?
Blossom is 100 leaves. I am now questioning my own fucking system. Yes.
Is it seeds, leaves, blossoms?
Yeah, seeds,
And
leaves,
it's
and
10,
blossoms.
10, 10?
It's 10, 10, 100.
10, 10, 100.
There's a big
Value
jump.
partner and your dedication has been noted. The end game approaches, Horatio. A single task remains. The final stroke of the brush before the portrait is complete. A portrait of the life you yearn for with your dear wife. Have faith in our wisdom, for we have proven our reliability. Join us at the designated location in a fortnight. This isn't dated. Mike conceals rash whispers carry our plans. Once the task concludes, the gates that bar your path to your beloved will swing open. You will ultimately resolve your strongest assets. We intend to honour the meankind. This wasn't opened. So he hasn't read this.
Nope.
Is there a postmark on it? So it's hand delivered.
Nope.
Curious.
From the Iron Dogs.
Yeah. So presumably, possibly it being ignored is why we're here.
So I've got the letter. I've rolled really crap on my next perception check with a 9. I'm assuming I don't hear anyone moving about above me.
Make a different perception check for that.
Oh, okay. 8.
You don't hear
Okay.
it. He's got way higher stuff.
Yeah.
It's 14, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a way out? Because
Yep. The door right out and then front.
yeah. Can I try to move out as quickly but also, as importantly, quietly as I possibly can.
Sure.
Do you want a new stealth roll?
You can carry on the existing one.
Oh,
You
okay.
exit through the door.
Cool.
You're out onto the street, basically. Or onto the...
Do I see...
So Raylan would be in the back of the house looking up, waiting for Pupil to come around, wouldn't he? Or are you waiting out with the front?
I'm waiting out with
Okay.
Monica
Yeah.
because I got eyes on directly because of the Raven.
Oh, sure.
Okay. And where are you guys?
We're somewhere unobtrusive outside, just trying to be as inconspicuous as possible.
In an alleyway somewhere nearby.
Yeah.
So,
Basically,
Do you want to have a closer?
Oh,
I'll have a quick look around the outside of the house. I presumably don't see you, because are you both out of view of the house?
You were with us before you went in.
You-
so
you
knew
know where we were.
Yeah.
So you go to find them?
Yes, because I don't know that you've left yet. So
Does this house have gas plumbed in?
No.
Ah, shit.
you can turn on the gas and just gas them all.
I was carbon monoxide leak. Was my next.
Yeah.
Was my next.
so I'll find you. Where's the other one?
inside.
Recall him,
Why?
and I will hand you the letter that you have.
I haven't seen that one.
No, and there's a reason I haven't.
Yeah.
There is a reason I haven't.
Yeah,
shown
I
it
know.
to you.
That's what I was saying. It's like, oh, I haven't seen that one.
And I will point to the bit that is most relevant.
Mhm. I can warn him while he's in there, or would you
Yes.
rather speak to him directly?
No, want him now. He seems like a collector.
So, Pupil, in the room that you're in, can you make me an investigation check, please?
Yes, please. 21.
That is enough.
22.
One of the books on the side is kind of a little strange. It is not a book. It is a mechanism.
For a secret door.
Might be. Do you want to pull the book?
Do I get any message?
I'm trying to.
So I would say, because I don't know the word count, tell him third floor password is Rose.
Yes. Password is Rose, good sir, as the Raven talks to you.
Oh, well, who am I to refuse the Raven's call?
So you and speak the password at the same time,
Rose.
and the door swings open. The secret door swings open, and you are now in this room.
There's a coffin?
Yes, there is a coffin. Is this the vault? Yeah, there it is. Hold on. This is what you see.
What?
On
Gentle reposed?
Yeah.
How tall is she?
Probably about close to 6 foot. She's a bugbear.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can't turn into that. I could turn into, like, a smaller version of her, who might be the same size, but very far away.
As you enter the vault, you're immediately struck by the sheer size of the room. It's easily as large as the study, and the walls are lined with display cabinets, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and 1 straight ahead. Each cabinet is made of sturdy iron and has a large lock securing its contents. However, it's the large glass coffin in the center of the room that truly dominates the space. Inside the coffin is a hairy, goblinoid woman lying in what appears to be a state of repose. Beneath the coffin, in the center of the room, lies an ornate rug, a beautiful statement piece and clearly an expensive item in its own right. As your gaze moves over each of the display cabinets, you can see at the side are empty impressions in the velvet, giving hints at what might have been there. A sword, a gemstone as big as your fist, and a large tome. But they are gone.
So shit's been sold to pay for the upkeep on this.
All that remains at the back of the room is a large, ornate, and strange box.
I love ornate and strange boxes. Can I, if I pass my detect magic eyes?
Your passive perception is 15, right?
Yep.
The rug is flayed in 3 corners.
Is it a rug of smothering?
You have detect magic up.
I do.
The rug itself is magical.
The rug itself is magical.
Mm-hmm. And the person actually, because she would glow as magic as well.
Good gentle repose, yeah. What my passive perception is 14, sorry, not 15.
That's still enough.
Yeah.
You would also know that every wall in this place is reinforced with great tree wood, and as such is both uniquely magically protective and resistant, up to including cannon fire. This room could take a cannon, literally.
Is there anything... We do need to kill the guy.
Yeah.
So
I just want to remind you on the exact wording of the job that we're meant to do. Is it specifically to kill the guy?
The wording of the job was to make him disappear.
Make him disappear.
Yeah. And then I really sort of over-egged the pudding by working out what Mad Molly meant specifically by we're gonna take care of him. Yeah, but boss, the last time you told us to take care of him, what we did was we took him to the seaside lake and made him an ice cream.
You didn't like that.
we took real good care of him, boss. Okay, so I don't trust that rug, especially up here on my own.
Yeah, the rug is flayed in 3 of the corners, but not the 4th.
Frayed in
not
3
flayed.
corners.
Yeah, frayed. As if somebody has stepped upon it in those 3 corners, but not the 4th.
Without touching the rug, is there anything else in the room apart from her and the...
Her in the box, nope.
Hand box. Oh, I could be convinced a little mage hand. See if I can. Is there? If I go up to the box without stepping on the rug?
Is that what you do?
I'm going to try.
Okay. So. Okay, so without stepping on the rug is going to be difficult because the room is not that big and the rug is very big.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need an acrobatics check from you to try and...
I would love to make an acrobatics check for you, Brett.
The DC is 15.
It's a 6.
You have inspiration.
That was my next point. That's a 13.
13. As you kind of like begin to cross the room. So, I have a coin here that has yes and no on it. 3 of the quarters have phrase, one of them doesn't. I didn't actually write down which ones are frayed.
Mm-hmm.
You failed, but not by a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to flip this coin.
Yeah.
And if it comes up no, you stepped on a
good corner.
A good corner. If it comes up yes, you stepped on a
bad corner.
Stepped on a good corner.
I stepped on a good corner.
Hey! And nothing happens.
I'm gonna have a pick at that box with my detect magic.
Okay. The box does not any detect magic.
I will open the box.
Inside, you find 99,082 leaves.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Is his detect magic pinging on the money?
No.
It's just regular money.
It's just a shit ton of money. It's in blossoms and leaves, but it's basically cash. Like a ton of it. A lot of it.
Great. I don't give a shit. I close the box.
These 3 are like, the fuck are you doing?
Already you can see.
You see the most amount of money you've ever seen in your life. However, I need both of you to make religion checks.
23.
A weregild?
It's 8 plus something. 8.
You know, based on your interactions with the kind of people that you were sold to, this is almost enough money to resurrect somebody.
Someone's resurrection fund.
It's about 100. No, it's actually about 100 leaves short, but not a lot.
The Raven say anything about me closing that box?
Please open.
Query. Why?
Money.
Query. That is not a statement. That is not a question. No.
You didn't
That
ask.
is, sorry. This is Joe being shit. That is not an answer.
Yes, it is.
Information it does not understand.
Money can be used in exchange for goods or services.
Information, correct.
I would like money.
Query, would you like this money?
Yes.
Great, I'll take mine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Make me another acrobatics check to get across.
When you talk, do you speak out loud?
I'm not speaking.
Fucking
I
surprised.
It's
will be
the
crossing
birds, the ravens
mechanically
Yeah,
in the
on
same
its own
pathway I
accord.
was doing before.
Yeah.
That is a 15.
Okay, that time you're
Probably
you make it
16
across
actually.
easily.
No,
so
just
so
15,
Raylan's
15.
link to the bird is purely telepathic.
Cool, that's
You
fine.
make it across easily.
Yeah.
So we just sat there, and you're just.
Tranced out a little bit.
Victor would have head back towards the house after he said.
Yeah,
he's
I'll tell
delivered-
you, he's
yeah,
been warned.
yeah. He will head
And
back
I'll
towards
just
the house.
stay here, keeping.
Where are you going?
being
So
your
I'm
eyes.
avoiding the servants' quarters. I'm looking to get in the same way.
So you go up to the balcony.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check. Sorry,
Yeah.
climb check basically. I think it's athletics.
It's 15.
You make it up easily
Okay,
enough.
cool.
I will put you in the same room that.
To
Is.
speedrun it slightly, I'm looking for the door that says, was it Mummy and Daddy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that where you're headed as well?
Yes, 100%.
So the two of you meet up in front of Mummy and Daddy's room.
You see a child.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think you will see that the child is still carrying the quarterstaff and the orb that Pupil carries.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was going to say
It's
it's...
also followed by
And-
a
and the-
raven as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got a raven on the shoulder and it does this.
Yeah, okay. But I was about to say, because
The
that's...
lizard turns around and leaves.
Well, I'm out. I'm straight up out.
No, the order was no witnesses.
I know. I'm aware.
Mm.
And just in case this has passed anyone else by, I don't know this, but Ryan knows this.
Mm.
There are the sounds of two sleeping figures in that bedroom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the guy and it's one of his kids.
Yeah. The wife is already dead.
Yes.
Yes.
That is a piece of information I hadn't quite put together.
I'd very much put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
it's...
I kind of gathered though it was.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. So I know your nonsense alignment. So let's table
Hey,
that there.
lack of alignment.
Lack of alignment. The three of you. What do you think you fit in it? Because I want to understand the thought process. Actually, no, you don't know shit. The two of you, you are oblivious to a point.
Yeah, no,
The two
I'm
of you.
having a rest and keeping an eye on his physical form or his mind's elsewhere.
So you're giving me right and written down.
Yeah.
What are your thought processes as you're kind of like thinking about? Am I gonna murder a guy in front of his children, or at least one of them, potentially? Like that's what you're kind of like bink and it pops into your head. It's like that's what's about to occur.
Mm-hmm. There's a
That
real
answers your
reason Raylan is not in this building.
Sure.
Plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability at the moment.
But you could step in and stop.
He doesn't know what he's going to do in the moment yet.
Oh, I see. So it's like I know you're kind of like building up. So okay, so in Raylan's mind, he's kind of like, right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and then it's going to be like, oh God, am I actually going to do this? Kind of thing. Okay.
In terms of combat against sleeping individuals,
Sure.
if it's just a guy and he's not wearing armor and that kind of thing, is it still going to be played out as a combat,
Or could you just
can
slit
you
his
just
throat?
slit someone's throat narratively?
I'm gonna. Yeah, you can. Let's
So,
go narratively.
it-
We should do so.
A 21 on stealth because I'm preempting that request as
Sure.
well. So I see you looking like a child, but then I see you're carrying a box and there's a raven on your shoulder and you've got that. I was like, okay, yeah, I
Yep.
can piece that together.
So, you open the door. Cool. So the two of you enter together, I assume. So can you give me a self check as well?
6. I have got a sleep spell burning a hole in my pocket.
Cool. Right.
But what he sees, of course, is his other kid and a
Yeah.
bit, and the lizard folk
So-
if he wakes up.
How?
The lizard folks stealth
What-
them, right? 20 something.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. 21.
The lizard stealthed.
Yeah.
So the bed is. So I will describe the room,
Mm.
and then you will tell me what you're going to do from it. As you step into the master bedroom, you are immediately struck by the size of the room. The bed is enormous, easily the size of 3 or 4 normal beds combined, and is covered with plush velvet sheets and a thick down coverner.
Anyone who's velvet sheets deserves to die.
The bugbear. He's got fur. The bugbear sleeps soundly in the middle of the bed, wearing a Victorian-style dressing gown that is several sizes too small for him. Sleeping next to him, cradled in his arms, is a small child. The room itself is lavishly decorated with heavy velvet curtains, ornate wallpaper, and elegant oil paintings adorning the walls. Though, from the three of you, the 2 of you are in here, actually the 3 of you see this because of the Raven, none of these are real. They're all fakes. You can tell that very easily. A large fireplace dominates the one wall of the room, the embers of a dying fire glowing softly in the grate. A small table beside the bed holds a stack of books and a reading lamp, and a set of antlers hangs above the fireplace. You got a 6. No, you got a 6. The larger bugbear in the bed springs from the bed quickly, a steam pistol peering from underneath the pillow. His hand is slightly transparent. He waves the weapon menacingly at you, and then looks at you. Oi, you two, huh? All right, come into bed.
Sleep.
You can't sleep.
33.
That's enough. He goes back asleep. And he'll be asleep for a minute?
A minute.
Would the sleep take out the Raven?
No, I sent it over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would it? But it would also affect the child.
It would set the child to magical sleep.
Who was already asleep, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I
Now-
piece together that the room with the burning embers still has light to glow, right? It's still
The
giving.
other group, the other room, yeah? Oh, no, that room doesn't have a light anymore because he took the lamp.
It was the ever-burning candle
Oh, okay.
with the sleeping child that he's currently impersonating him.
So the main bedroom where
Is
Mum and Dad
where
live does
these-
not have a balcony to it.
It does. This is the one with the curtains in it.
Okay, that's what I get. So I get up and I move to. So I'm standing underneath the balcony.
Would you permit me a little bit of narration on that sleep spell?
Sure.
Because it is quite unlike any magic you've seen the pupil cast up to now. The detect magic and the unseen servant, those are both like inbuilt functions of the artifacts. Like that you hear like wheels and cogs turning when he starts ritual casting. The dissonant whispers didn't even manifest as like really even a vocal component. It was just the focus of the eye. Whereas this sleep, you feel. Has anyone here experienced Memoria? Like directly? I mean, that's not a question you have to answer, but it has a touch of that. As you sort of that sleep, you almost feel the sensation of like someone's last moments of wakefulness before they slip into like hypothermic, freezing to death sleep. Yeah,
Those are the 2 other bugbears.
that's a damn shame, Brad. Yeah,
But they're asleep.
yeah. I will turn to Victor.
Things to note in this room: there is a nightstand next to the bedroom, next to the bed, and he still has the gun in his hand.
I'll take the
Has,
pistol.
tape
So
pistol.
you've moved into the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would the sleep spell convert a regular sleep into a magical sleep?
Let's have a look.
I don't know. I guess so. If they had
The
yes.
spell sends creatures into a magical slumber.
Yeah. So
So-
they're deeper sleep. So he's out cold.
Information. He will be asleep for 1 minute.
Yeah.
33. You said
33.
that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we retconning a little bit?
No, it's fine. You've just said another thing to sleep in another room.
Oh,
Was it the other kid?
The other kid, yeah, because it wraps around the corner.
Yeah.
So, out of character, I'm going to need a sec.
Oh, no, that's fine. It's fine. Does Victor hesitate?
No.
Okay, cool.
But I need to think what he would do.
No, that's completely fine. Yeah.
Because you're in the room observing.
I've just taken the pistol away, basically.
There is a nightstand that looks like it might have something.
I'll get rifling.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll turn to you. They have found our target and his child.
So you're opening the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You open it.
We can
Immediately you realize there is a secret compartment. You
Take
open
out
that,
the-
and you find this.
dealing with the chart without.
It's entirely possible. Whether they will think.
Man,
that,
I've got to learn to
whether
identify
they
at some
will
point.
think that.
A bunch of shit. And you're like, I don't know what it is. This is
I
Me?
don't feel good about killing a child. Would prefer not to.
He's going to murder both of them.
Oh shit!
Oh.
And I'm using euphemisms there because I think we're bordering on some pineapples for some people. So
this is pretty close. Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
I think. Okay, I want you to know this is not out of moral compunction on Pupil's part. It is when it says information. It purely means this is information for you. Information. There are currently no witnesses.
At what point is that?
As you go to... so basically, even before you start moving, Pupil looks up from rifling through the nightstand and finding this cool thing. and points out that only the father has woken up to this point.
Yeah.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
As I hold this up? Or?
No.
It's a 19.
Okay, I set the DC at 20. A change occurs.
Oh.
You know what that means.
Yes, I do.
I think this particular act would force it.
Yeah. What is this before or after the act?
The act hasn't
this is
happened.
at the moment that the thought and the
decision is made.
The decision and the action
Cool.
becomes this is going to happen rather
Yes.
than this is a thing I'm thinking about. And you will witness.
I want to be clear, the action hasn't happened yet
Yeah.
because there is stuff that I'm going to do.
You have the blade out. You are approaching the bed, and then the change occurs. You notice something. What would he notice?
At this proximity, you would
He's
notice.
pretty close to you.
So there are two things that you will notice. The colour of his eyes change. They
Oh, I'm all about that.
yeah. So they've gone from red to green or brown. I forget. I'm going to say greeny brown for now, but they were red. They've gone, and he suddenly seems a lot weaker on his feet. So he was moving quickly without the need of the cane. Like he kind of had it, but where he's been moving quietly, it hasn't touched the floor. And then suddenly he kind of falls slightly onto the cane. And he pauses, like entirely, like kind of confused.
Query, what is occurring?
Oh, no, nothing. Did you want to finish up here?
Very well.
Yes, I'll just see myself out. And he will walk out of the room. The other child's bedroom, is that open or is that closed?
I will have. The other child's bedroom will be closed. The one I came from will be open.
Cool. Yep.
So, yeah, he will walk briefly into that room and then walk out, and he's looking for the stairs or the way
So
out.
you find the stairs pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I will finish up in here.
What does that mean?
I think I
He's like,
That's a 2 on the new stealth check, by the
I
way.
see. Okay.
But everyone here is currently effective
Asleep.
with magical sleep,
So you're
Yes.
fine.
and they were asleep to begin with and have no reason to wake up.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of it's awful. I think in a almost like a fucking LASIK robot, just very businesslike through the eye of the target, the one we were sent to kill.
So
The raven will fly onto the body of the child and will wait to see what you do next.
I cast prestidigitation, been cleaning up the blood,
okay.
and then leave.
Okay.
You will quickly catch up to Victor, who is hobbling down the stairs, quite loudly as well as his cane hits each wooden shot.
Information. You are making a lot of noise.
Sorry,
Are you concerned about the creature downstairs?
creature, you say?
You don't know there's a creature. Oh, you do because you heard that. We
Yeah,
heard it.
because
You don't know what it is though.
There was a creature asleep, breathing downstairs.
Oh,
Would it not be more efficacious to leave via the balcony?
of course. Lead on.
Oh god. My exuberance, no!
My exuberance.
14.
What for what?
Insight.
Oh, he's confused. He doesn't know what you're talking about. I don't like that head move. I love it. Keep doing
It goes so much
Yeah.
further than my neck will allow.
That's a mood.
So you exit the building.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
two of you together.
You don't look like you. I've suddenly realised.
I look like the child.
But do you sound like the child?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay,
you,
yeah. So,
two of you exit the building through the main front door, but from this side it's easy enough. There's no the lock is. disabled.
Probably would leave
no,
that
no,
via
no.
the
No,
balcony.
he suggested the balcony.
Oh, okay.
So I'm following him.
So
Through the other
you
child's bedroom.
see the balcony. Now, what do you do when you get to the balcony, which you have to climb down?
Yes. How? Remind me how you got up here.
Presumably you're still listening to all
Information. It climbed.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Query.
see.
Would you like assistance?
Oh yes. I'm suddenly feeling very tired. If you could assist an old man down the balcony.
Old man. That's not an in character query. That's
No, I have misspoken. Yeah, no. That is a player brain fart as opposed to an in character one. A feeble man. Sorry,
A chap.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
I will first give Victor the help action to climb down.
Cool.
Athletics check.
Jesus.
With the help
And then
of
I'm going to come
Yeah.
to you.
16.
16's enough to get you down kind of safely with pupils' help.
Yeah, it would have failed on there without.
So, what are you doing?
The raven is just standing on the sleeping child, just waiting. He's doing nothing. It is just watched them leave, and it is hanging around.
Step to the eye would be pretty lethal. Yep. Okay. You.
The intention is it will stay there until I know that these two are out of the house.
Sure.
So
Is the bugbear confirmed dead?
Yes.
yeah.
I think if pupil was
Put a
if the
knife
inten-
fully through into its
Yeah, yeah.
into his brain.
Yeah, if the intention is to kill him, then yeah.
And then and just tidied up, so he just looks asleep.
Yep.
And then I will try and climb down as well.
Cool.
Watch me take 2d6 falling damage and die. I'm fine. 18.
You both make it down safely. You reconvene together.
Our task is complete.
You'll have to rouse him. He is still looking through.
Yeah.
the eyes of the raven.
My hand will be on your shoulder to guide you.
I will say
it's
this
been this
to-
entire time, so it's tap on the shoulder to.
I will at this point also have
Draw your
dropped
attention.
the disguise self.
Sure.
Our task is complete.
Then the raven will come out and join us.
Yes.
Let's leave then.
No?
Indeed.
I assume that's both of our tasks complete.
For the Iron Dogs.
Yeah.
We plan to report in now or head elsewhere.
out of character. I'm trying to remember if they wanted a progress report.
I think we needed the information from Mad Molly
Yes,
Yes.
so we should.
to get to the new base, to find the
We
house
should go
where
with-
Yeah.
the
Yes.
not Alice in Chains. What the fuck?
Alice
Alice
Cooper.
Cooper.
Thank you. so that was a real word salad brain.
Yeah.
But
Um,
also, we had another lead that we could have followed up on.
Yes.
But
with
now
one
we
of the
do-
green cloaks.
Yes, that might be superseded by the information we can
Yeah, I
already
think we
get.
should go.
True, yeah.
with-
So I think,
As
yeah.
a character, I agree. In character, it's like, well,
Yeah.
what do we think?
If we return to Mad Molly, information. If we return to Mad Molly, she will be able to give us a location of Alice Cooper's house.
Where?
Is that what we were getting from her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's do that,
Yeah.
and then
I see.
recuperate some while we figure out where and how we get to where she lives.
I will point out, I did mention this earlier, you can also still do the tasks that the green cloaks required. They will improve your reputation with them.
That is very fair.
Are we led to?
That's
it's
not
gonna be the
time
same
limited to like
information.
tonight, though.
And maybe time limit to the context of the adventure, though.
Yeah.
So
But-
do it before we do the next step, but not necessarily tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
That's what I was.
Yeah, because we'll collect the tip from Mad Molly and then
Then
Yeah,
have
so,
a long
yeah.
rest.
yes.
Can I roll insight with your permission on Raylan? No, nothing. Like 8. What I was trying to ascertain there is where the pupil will clock. My read as a player was that Raylan was super uncomfortable with the pupil doing anything to the kids, so was standing there ready to like inflict wounds to the pupil if he went after the child. Is that right?
I had options.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And all of them involve the discorporation of my person.
No,
Oh, interesting.
All of them. Not all of them. Some of them did.
some of them. Wait, what are
Some
the
of them,
options?
yeah, that
You
was
had
on,
options.
What was
You
that?
had options.
What was that? That was on the table.
That was on the table.
Yeah, cool.
You know what? I'll put it on the table.
Oh, that is a threat.
I love that. I love everything about that.
So,
I think though what I was trying to ascertain was whether that is something the pupil would have picked up on, because the pupil would be asking you now what you were afraid might happen.
Well, how would you? How would people ask?
I think that's kind of what the insight check was for, because if there was a way to ask that more obliquely,
Yeah. Let's see.
it
How
would.
composed is he? Not really composed. You see that there is tension that is.
I think then it's going to be that exact question. Query. In the bedroom, what were you afraid might happen?
That we would overstep our bounds of the mission.
A question of efficiency.
Correct.
I'm
And
rolling
again, like
insight.
the head just goes an angle it shouldn't,
Never
and
mind.
the eye turns with it.
But you didn't. The mission was completed successfully.
I think, yeah, once again, pupil does not need to understand the emotions there for whatever the pupil does to happen. So pupil believes you 100%.
Excellent.
So skipping on to Mad Molly.
Mm-hmm.
so you have to go back to the Twitch.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we're to travel, which in and of itself is at night.
Traveling at night. I need somebody to roll a d20 and let me know the number.
I'll do it.
Go for it.
16.
Ooh.
That is enough to avoid a random encounter. You manage to walk back at night, unless you want to take a taxi or arrange something else. If you just want to walk, you are flush with cash. Well, the only person who knows that is people.
Yeah, information. Sorry, information. That was in my real voice. Information. If you would like to travel by a means of a vehicle, I have this, and we'll just open 1,000 golds worth of money and
Maybe don't get that out in the middle of the street.
query. Why?
99,800.
It's very noticeable. Very conspicuous. And we want to be
Information.
inconspicuous.
Thank you.
There's an enormous amount of money in that thing. Cool. So you walk.
depends at what point you show all the cash.
Immediately as we're leaving. With no sort of guile
Yeah.
about showing that in the middle of the street as we're walking away from the crime scene.
Let us take a taxi. Let's be a target.
Yeah, should we get one of the
Ourselves.
fancy ones that has the discretion?
Yeah.
Take you 100 leaves to take you wherever you want in the city.
Good lord, it's
Just keep track of it.
Hang on, so how much did we start with? 999,000?
99,801.
So we now have 99,701.
it's
How much would a new set of lungs cost me?
Less than that.
Hmm.
I have a list somewhere.
Yeah.
And the Arbiter was offering us 2,000, right?
So, this feels like a trap. Out of character, this money feels like a trap.
Yeah, of course it's a trap. There's
Yeah.
Brad, look at it.
Yeah.
Look at his face right now. Look at his face and his personal being.
That is not a face or personal being of innocence.
I didn't murder a desperate man who was just trying to resurrect his wife, so I'm in the clear here.
Neither did I.
Everyone's in the clear. The only
And I'm
person,
not even a me.
the only person with a moral compass wasn't in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
In fact, there was only one person in the room. Or were there two?
Anyways. The Checkers Tackies picks you up and drives you where you want to go. You are dropped off in front of the Iron Dog's home, which is called the Kennel. Mad Molly comes out, her gruff self. Right. That was quick.
Information. Our tasks are complete. Please provide the information we requested.
I'll need to get back to you. Take a day or two to get the information you want. Look, I can get you the information. It's just going to take a day. That's all.
Insight.
yeah.
Fuck 2.
15.
7.
19.
19. You think she's being straight with you? She knew she could get the information. She just didn't have it on her to hand.
And she wasn't expecting us to do it quite this quickly.
Yeah, she was kind of expecting something to go wrong at some point along the lines.
We're very efficient. Oh, sorry. Does she know that we've come from the Arbiters of Memory?
No. She only knows you were here for a job.
Okay. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, because you want the information, and I'm going to verify that you did everything you said you did. Although I did hear all the wee-woos a couple of hours ago, so... The reason I say wee-woos, I have it stuck in my head because of that stupid video of the guy who they set up some shots, and he goes, "You're gonna bring all the wee-woos," and these two like drunk rednecks go out and go wee-woo, wee-woo. I'm like, oh, why? But anyways,
Well, yeah,
Very
by
well.
saying we'll be in touch and a nod was a case, just an acknowledgement and then leaving.
At what time should we return?
tomorrow night. No. Give me till. Fuck, what day is it? She kind of thinks. Wednesday. Give me till Wednesday. 2 days.
The clock starts going.
Oh, weird. Yeah. Give me till Wednesday. I'll have the information for you by then. And I can verify everything that happened. Good?
Information, yes.
Good. Pleasure doing
See you
business.
Wednesday. Pleasure doing business.
Neat.
Cool.
Then head off, yeah.
Head off. Do you want to do anything else in the 2 days?
So a long rest takes longer than...
How do long rests work?
So, long rest. In order to long rest, you must fulfill your vice. However that is.
Is that to get every part of a long rest? Do we get some parts instinctively anyway?
So there is... what are you doing, crazy thing? Okay.
So it's like there's healing and there's spell slots. So do you get one anyway, or does you have to do them both to get your...
There is a specific rule set that I made for this, because it very complicated to work out. Because spells
Oh, is
are
it?
weird.
Oh,
It actually is, yeah.
oh. I apologise. I have not read the wiki.
It is in the wiki and it's very, very weird.
Yeah, I looked
like
at it and I was like, I need more
You can
brain power to
overindulge
figure
in
this
your
out, and
vice.
then left.
Okay.
It's an 8 hour. It is an 8 hour rest period, but you still have to indulge during that 8
You have
hours.
to indulge your vice at some level. Okay. So, indulging your vice allows the character to gain various resources. You roll a d10, adding an appropriate saving throw modifier based on the vice in question. For example, health would be Constitution saving throw, but knowledge would be an intelligence one. Allocate the points rolled into the following categories: HP are 2 points, save dice are 1, class features are 2, racial features are 2, spell slots are 3. But you get all of them back if you ping it. And obviously, you can decide, I want spell slots, but I don't want racial features and something like that. If your creature has leftover points, including after indulging in the vice, they may have overindulged, depending on the vice. The game determines this appropriate saving throw 10 plus the amount overindulged. Failing the saving throw results in facing the consequence of an excessive hedonism. The severity of these consequences varies from a simple cutoff by the preparer of their vice to a more dangerous account of formidable organizations like the Green Cloaks, depending on the level of notoriety the character has earned. So, and then I have a list of entanglements and things that can or cannot occur. So, if you're just going to take the time to take a long rest, you may do so. You may also decide to go seek out the Green Cloaks. You could even do that tonight if you wanted to. It's still within the allowable time.
Yeah.
Especially if you have access to a checker taxi, which will get you there for quicker. So, I ask you again, what do you want to do?
If we have time in the 2 days, 100% want to go and buy ingredients and spell scribing ingredients to begin engraving more things into my...
Sure. You could even buy a pearl to get the Identify spell.
We have 99,701.
Correct.
Would we have to spend 100 of that? Or 1,000 of that?
100 of that.
100 of that?
Because it's leaves. Because leaves are gold.
Incredible. I think people will identify an amount of that money that would be needed for spell scribing ingredients and like material costs, like a ludicrously small amount of the money, and will like pour it out of the bag into its own satchel, and then just disinterestedly hand off the rest of it, like 4,000 or 5,000 or something, and then just leave the other 90 whatever. And just pass that to... You seem to like money. Information. I do not require any more of this.
Thank you. I would like to start making a talisman. I will buy... And I want it to look, at the moment, just like a gold leaf that is a necklace around my neck.
Sure. Easy enough to do.
I have the... I'm proficient with jewel crafters, so I'll be making it myself, so I'll purchase whatever I need to do that.
Okay. Cool.
If the money is being offered out, can I use some of it to buy potion brewing?
Alchemist supplies.
Yeah, alchemist
supplies
supplies.
100 gold, I think. So 100.
Might one share in the
Can one
the
also
loot?
purchase things regularly
It's a
from
communal fund.
communal
in that case,
general
yes, he will
stores,
take 100.
healer's kit, etc.?
Yes.
Yeah. rather than the freaky deaky weirdo stuff that I usually and almost exclusively buy, the pupil was annoyed by the fact that it couldn't automatically stabilize that woman.
Yep.
And commune more efficiently about what it felt like to be stabbed.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So I will say you do not have access to things like... So you have lots of money. The problem is you have no connections. You can't... You can buy a healer's kit from a physicker, but they don't want to let out that many of them because just...
Oh, it's straight up like
they have
one.
their own fucking
Yeah.
supplies.
Oh no, we're not doing that
Yeah,
again.
meanwhile in a parallel universe, a robot's like...
No, like straight up,
Buying a healer's kit somewhere.
one would absolutely do the trick for
Yeah. So you're allowed to have one. It's not just that. It's like other things like magic items and stuff like that. You can't get access to at the
I'm
moment.
interested in magic items. Like,
No. Just like as
Yeah.
a general thing. It is more like a general like you have you have tons of money. That will give you your travel costs and things to sleep places. But like, yeah, there.
but in terms of I can't stop my cake. I'm really sorry. In terms of getting hold of the regular adventuring gear stuff, that can be purchased.
Yes.
Yeah. Within reason, not buying 130 healers kits.
Yeah, please don't. I mean, it won't help you because you could still just die for nothing.
Information. I have an idea for a business.
Now, spell scribing ingredients.
So that's
going to be a bit more.
That's going to be tricky. So you will need.
Probably going to go and speak to.
The Arbiter's Memory.
Yeah.
So the Arbiter could get it for you, but he would get you a limited quantity of it because it's a controlled thing.
That's completely fair. To be honest, right now I'm looking for one. But like for one level for identify.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Do that for you easily enough.
Can I get that and learn that in a day?
You can learn that in an hour, I think.
Yeah, but can I get the ingredients and learn it in a day?
He will hand it to you. He's like almost like he anticipated you wanting this. He's like, "There you go."
Cool. I identify all this shit, Brad.
Right. that. Do you identify the fox as well?
Yep.
Cool. These 4 cards.
Cool. I'll hand you the fox.
Cool.
Oh,
What's the coin one of them?
lucky coin. So is
Because that's
that
the coin
this one?
I got
Ooh.
from
Yeah, That's a different thing.
That's the coin you got from the fixer.
Yeah.
This one was in the hand of one of the.
Yeah, one of the guys who just happened to die.
Once per day, the holder of this coin may re-roll their d20 if they get a 1.
Nice.
Consumable, haunt. After injecting haunt, a person can see into the ethereal plane for 1 hour. This also allows one to see the invisible.
These 3 know what that is.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
The pen of truth. Whatever is written with this pen must be the truth. It is used in many legal cases in the city, though it has known to be fooled. That's interesting.
The Jasper Fox, which requires attunement. Speak its command word.
Is there a little dot in the middle of the attunement thing?
Oh, no.
Then no, it doesn't require attunement. It's just
No,
not
none of these do.
consumable.
Okay. Speak its command word and a magical fox will appear that will obey your commands for up to 36 hours.
Great.
That's why she could never get it to work.
No, the command words you can't cast identify to be able to learn what the command word is. Oh yeah, when you cast identify, these cards actually physically appear. And then they're in universe cards as well. These ones.
Amazing.
Do you have like a little card printing slot?
That is one of the things that is identifies magic users. They will carry a little satchel.
Does it when I cast identify?
Yes, because it's a property of Arbor itself.
So sorry. Despite the what the fuck was that? I'm just so excited. Does the fact that even the fact that bluntly it is identifying rather than it identifying.
Yes, you are asking magic to tell me what this is, and it responds via.
And so there is a process of me asking with magic to identify this thing, and as a separate corollary to that, someone has done that by some means, and therefore
here is a card.
Here is a card. Great. Great note.
Point of clarification: when you say someone has done that,
there is a card that is generated from nothing and it appears in.
Yeah, but who? Where does that is that card an innate part of the magic of the world, or is it tapping into a? So there are some systems where the magic of wizards is a very much a rules based thing, and by tapping into that, the wizard version of identify produces it, or is it an aspect of magical nature?
It's more of the
produce the
aspect
card?
of make because a sorcerer, wizard, druid, bard, whatever casts identify, a card is
The
always
card,
produced.
yeah.
Okay.
Therein was my question, but answered superbly, I must say.
I think I'd like to speak to the Arbiter.
Sure.
Or the Arbiters, whatever
The
representative.
arbiter.
So it will be the Arbiter himself, okay?
Or you can speak to Monitor, or well, I guess you can't really speak to Secret unless you can do sign language. She can read lips, but
If only we had Terry.
My lips aren't being shown.
that's true. That makes it presents particular problems for that particular disability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have lips.
You present
Which is
several
definitely the
problems.
reason Secret dislikes me.
That's part of it.
Yeah, I would like to inquire about if they would be able to procure me a magic item.
Well, it depends what you're looking for.
So, out of character, I know what the magic item I'm looking for is. I also know the flavour I'd like to put on it.
Sure.
So I'm looking for the Amulet of Health, essentially, which is a rare item, so I know it's, a long way down the road.
Cool.
But I'm looking for it to either replace or augment my lungs, because that is where my shitty constitution score comes from.
So they wouldn't answer you in this way then. What they would answer you is, are you looking for a clock doc then?
Am I?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You are definitely looking
An
for a clockwork.
augmetic clockwork surgeon?
Yeah, you're looking for a clockwork surgeon, so to actually physically replace your lungs with clockwork lungs.
I guess I am, yes.
Like, that's gonna be a little tricky, if I'm honest, because your reputation will not allow you to go to the place you needed to go to a place that is reputable. Now, I can recommend a clock dock in the third ring, though the chances of you coming out with the correct amount of lungs and limbs is low. You understand?
I understand.
If you give it a little time, you build up your reputation at the Arbiter's of Memory's reputation, then it'll be more likely that you'll get what you need. Understand?
Makes sense.
Good. It would help if you made friends with the Green Cloaks. I'm just saying.
I guess I'll be pushing for that mission then.
Yeah.
I would like to spend a spell slot to create a token.
Sure.
And then I guess I need to long rest.
Yeah, I'll also
If there is the
rest.
ability for me to try and long rest, I would like to.
So, your vices. This will be the last thing we do before we close up the night. As I think you two are long resting. Are you long resting?
Yeah, I need my spell
Long
slots.
resting?
I need to long rest in the sense that I need to sleep, but I don't
you
need to recover
You haven't
anything.
recovered anything. You haven't
Yeah.
used anything. There's necessarily you haven't even lost any HP. I think.
No.
He nearly died. I nearly killed him.
And you just went
Yeah, twice.
3 times.
Three times.
You should have
That's
assassinated
amazing.
3 things. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
All in a day's work.
The DC to avoid that dog was 8, and you just squeaked over it.
Blink dog?
Yeah, it was a blink dog. It would have ripped. It would have ripped.
Ripped into us, yeah.
Yeah, the rug would have been pretty bad as well. Actually, it would have killed you.
Rug smother him?
Yeah, it would have definitely killed you.
Oh, instantly, yeah. And Brad, I want you to know that I knew that the whole time.
I know. Yeah, Rug's gonna kill him. Oh, he didn't die. Oh, I was lucky.
I have a wonderful backup character plan, is what I'll say there.
All right. Right. So, Vices will go this way around. Start with you.
The pupil's vice does not belong to it. The vice that is born out is observation, voyeurism, the observation of things that people do not want to be observed, and the revealing of things that people do not want to be revealed. What that has taken the form of in the last year, 6 months, has mostly been finding people who have been, mugged or stabbed in the twigs and just watching like that for as long as really needs be.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, I think the pupil will not even use disguise self, but just wrap up in their sort of beggar rags as they do. and go and stand by the factory
Sure.
and just watch the relief crews and watch for how people are reacting to have lost their place of work and the different flavours of fear and despair from the people who have lost their means of income, and also like the factory owner who is a different kind of loss and not so profound, but just a different note in the bouquet of despair.
Okay. So you're gonna roll a d10.
Yep.
You're gonna add I think intelligence.
Yep.
Because that's kind of in the right ballpark. It's
It's-
not intelligence or wisdom. It's kind of
It's
straddling
definitely
the line.
investigation, kind of
Yeah.
processing of information. Also, the completely unthinking processing of information. So yeah, it's a 4. Plus 4 is 8.
So you have 8 points.
No, sorry. Plus 3 is
7 points. So your spell slots are 3.
Yeah.
This one.
Your HP is 2, so that gives you up to 5.
Yep.
I don't think you spent anything else, unless you spent a racial feature.
I spent racial features.
So that gives you 7.
Yep.
You are flat. You are fine.
So I can restore all of my racial features.
Mm-hmm. It's all of them. It's not.
Oh, it's not per thing.
No.
Oh, that's way more forgiving. Fine.
I mean, you're on the razor's edge, so forgiving is.
Features and traits. So I can get my racial features back and my spell slots. And what was the other?
HP.
I don't need any HP back.
So then you overindulged.
Does hit dice come under HP?
Hit dice do, but they're 1 point instead of 2.
Okay.
So you're still overindulged, but not by less so. So now I need you to roll a intelligence saving throw. DC is 11.
Intelligence saving throw DC 11.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to. Going to call that a hot 2. So it's a total of 7.
So your notoriety is really low right now. So
Yeah.
the danger is low.
Yeah.
So
What were the things? Sorry. Class features.
So, nothing happens as far as you know.
Okay.
Where are you? There you are. Cool.
Great.
Just make a note of that.
Yep. I'm just peeping in windows.
Right. Raylan.
Before I get to that, I realised that the creation of a token is a check in of itself.
Oh, okay.
DC is 11. Ooh. What do I add to that? Wisdom, so that would be press proficiency, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So it meets it.
Good. Successfully credits open.
Cool. So at the very beginning, in the previous session, you saw Raylan effectively hold court in a back room, quiet corner of a tavern. I think that's where he goes back to. I haven't decided what subclass I'm going to pick, and
Ooh.
they are quite extreme each side.
Yeah.
But given what happened at the house, I think this time he's going to try and be... He wants to regain a bit of control. And so I think as part of his normal wheelings and dealings, he will try and establish power over the people that he is helping.
Cool.
And that influences his conversations and how he decides to help them.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's probably either charisma or you could argue wisdom for insight, kind of like being able to read people and understanding what they need. I would accept either.
I would go for wisdom. That's kind of how he deals with things. It's a D10 plus wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 5.
5 total.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So your spell slots are 3. HP is 2. Class features are 2. And racial features are 2. I don't know what you've spent. So
I've spent both my spell slots, so I only get one back.
no. You get all of them back.
Oh, it's
3
not.
points
It's
gets
not
all
per.
spell
It's
Three
slots.
points to get one spell slot back. I had exactly the same thought.
No, I'm not that cruel. Jesus.
I was thinking, okay, well, it's fine at first level because you only really need like 4 points to get both your spells
Yeah.
back. But
Well, imagine being a barbarian and higher level taking a load of damage. How much would you have to do downtime in order to just heal up?
Yeah, it's not quite that brutal. It's more of just like, do you overindulge or not kind of thing. You're more likely to overindulge this way, but it's less likely for you to cause a problem. So, if you have any HP to restore, I don't know if you do.
I didn't take any damage.
So you just have the spell slots.
I have also used a racial feature.
So then you're good. You're golden.
This doesn't affect long rest, so I haven't spent that. Cool. Yeah.
So you're no overindulging. You're perfectly fine. You hold court. You gain that semblance of control and familiarity back. I think is the thing. It's like this.
I guess also the fixer kind of outed him a little bit as well.
Yeah, he knew who you were or knew what you were.
Yeah.
Maybe he had some kind of inside knowledge about the comings and goings of your kind. So, good. Right.
Okay, so I gave you basically 2 vices, or I've been thinking of it like a virtue and a vice, kind of one style.
Yeah.
Could I get you to flip that coin?
Sure.
And it's which one I'm going to attempt to indulge.
Okay. I will tell you what it is, and you can figure out which one that
Okay,
means.
yes is going to be the virtue one, no is going to be the vice one.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, that fire that I described in my opening scene,
Mm-hmm.
the embers have died down and all that. People are just moving on, and there's just the ruins there. And then there is a young woman who begins just sifting through all of it, looking for something. She's going to do investigations to try and figure out the root cause of this fire and whether or not it is the kind of thing that she is looking for. And she's going to, that's the starting point, and then she's going to be tracking down other fires and seeing if there are any patterns or anything.
Okay. So this is more like a knowledge or a pursuit of knowledge.
Yes.
So this is intelligence then. So roll a d10 and add an intelligence modifier.
Okay, that is 4.
So you get 4 points.
And I only needed my spell slots back, so I've got 1 point spare, so I need to roll a saving throw.
Yep,
And
intelligence
the DC
saving
is
throw.
11.
DC is 11. You make that. It's easy.
Yeah, that is a 22.
Cool. You do not overindulge in that case. So I imagine this is like taking place over the day, effectively,
Yeah.
and then you meet back up at night, ready for whatever clandestine activities you have for the evening. Is your intention to go to the Abyss pub for the
Green
Cloaks?
Green Cloaks?
Yes.
Yes, Monica is going to push for that.
In that case, we'll leave with the you all standing outside the Abyss pub. Oh no, you have to do a random count because you have to get there first. Never mind. No, because you're going to take the checkers taxi, aren't you?
Sure, why not?
might as well.
100 more leaves. You are standing outside the Abyss pub. A very nervous looking green cloak is standing nearby, and as you walk up to him, he says, "God, I hope you're the guys to do this job, because I really don't want to go in there." And you see the door of the Abyss pub open, and inside you see a devil inviting you all in. And that's where we'll end.
Well done.
Yeah, honestly.
Thank you.
Strong.